Come on, you can do it. I got it.
She got it. You ready? All right. Good morning, everyone. 36th District Court is now in session. I am Judge Shannon A. Holmes, and I'm serving today as your presiding judge. Welcome to our court. On this morning, I do have at least one 8:30 formal hearing. I'm sorry, I have two, and I see that Attorney Gazdecki has already checked in on his client. And Attorney Gazdecki, are you all taking an offer, or are you waiting to see if an officer is going to show up?
Has an offer
Oh,
been
there's
made?
one officer already here. I'm sorry.
Has an offer been made, Your Honor? Good morning.
Good morning. Did we get an offer from the people, and what case did the officer check in on?
No, they didn't check in. I saw them on here, but I don't know what case they're on.
Okay, it's Officer Sears. So Officer Sears, if you could check in and let us know what case you're here on. And then Attorney Gazdecki will make sure that the people know that you are here and ready to go. And I'll give it a few minutes. I'm gonna start my specialty court docket, and then I'll come back right around 9 o'clock and call your matter unless they can get something to me early, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you so much. Good to see you. All
Good
right.
to see you again.
With that, I'll have the attorneys for specialty court. Please place your appearance on the record.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court, Vet Court Defense Attorney, P 23863. Judge, if I may, I'd like to make a continuing motion that my appearance be for all my clients this morning. Thank you. Good morning. I hope you can hear me, Judge.
I can hear you. Turn them up just a little bit for me. And good morning to you, Mr. Reed. Your motion is granted. All right, Mr. Fikens.
Thank you and good morning, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P 31894, Specialty Court Defense Attorney, and I would make a similar motion.
All right, good morning, Mr. Fikens, and your motion is granted. Good morning, Mr. Griffin. Good to see you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you also.
All right, place your appearance on the record for me.
Okay, good morning, Your Honor. Brian Griffin, Drug Court Case Manager on behalf of the Probation Department.
All right, thank you, and good morning, Mr. Griffin. Do any of the individuals from the team that have placed their appearance on the record, do you have any preliminary matters for me so far?
Judge, I would have one. I believe there's a Mr. Alan Mary online who has a formal hearing. I don't know that he has an attorney representing him. So I would like to go into a breakout room with him at the court's convenience.
Wonderful. Good morning, Miss Wilson. Good morning, Mr. Alamiri. You are going to receive an invitation to a breakout room. Miss Wilson, if you could arrange that, thank you so much. All right, thank you, Mr. Fikens. Mr. Griffin, did you have anything?
Judge, I just want to talk to you when we get a chance about Ms. Smith. It was some things that I need some clarity on, so I could probably come down and discuss that with you.
Okay, now I know that Attorney Warfield discussed some things about testing and some recommendations that were made, but we can talk about it further. I have to comply with the standards of the program.
Right.
I cannot make any exceptions with respect to testing and
Okay.
her ability to drive. Her license is restricted. It has to be she can only drive a motor vehicle that has the interlock in it, okay? I can't do that. That's Secretary of State, and I can't do it.
Okay.
Okay, but we can talk about it if we need to. But she did mention it to me yesterday or day before yesterday.
Okay, I just wanted some clarification. Okay.
All right, very good. All right, Miss Cleveland, I saw you. Place your appearance on the record. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. I apologize for being late.
Oh, no, you're not late. Your time is 8:35. I just got on for my 8:30s.
Okay, thank you. Toshi Cleveland, case manager for, I'm sorry, could you mute Angel?
Oh, you're muted too now, Miss Cleveland.
Case manager for 36th District Court, Specialty Court. I do have one matter, Your Honor, possibly two. Mr. Daniel Shaw was adjourned and rescheduled to report in person. I did send him a message. I'm not sure if he's in the courtroom yet. He would have to test and go. Okay, he would have to test. He did make an admission, so he might not have to see the attorneys in the breakout room. And then I did receive a call from a Miss Brittany Nicole Moore. She indicated that she was going to report in person to address her warrant, but I have not heard from her again this morning either. So that was just another thing I wanted to make the court aware of.
All right. So the officer, thank you so much. He's been placed on notice, Officer Lot, and someone will let you know if either of those parties show up.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Harris, you can unmute, place your appearance on the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Angel Harris, Specialty Court Case Manager.
All right, good morning. Do you have any preliminary matters for the court this morning?
I do not, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, wonderful. Then we are going to get started. Happy New Year to all of the individuals who I'm seeing for the first time in 2023. On this morning in specialty court, I want to know, how did you do during the holiday? I always want to know, did you have any challenges? How did you overcome them? If you had to, they can be big challenges, small challenges. Somebody may need to hear that on this morning to use it for their future dealings. And then also I want to know, what have you learned since the last time I've seen you? Because everybody should be learning something. I wake up every day excited about what am I going to learn on today? Because the day I stop learning, I think it's the day I stop growing. And so we should want to learn something every single day. All right. I see you, Mr. Lopez. Yes, my kids used to be like, I'll take a day off from learning when they were younger. I'm like, well, I don't. And if I don't and I pay bills, you shouldn't either. So there you go. All right, let's do it. We are going to start with phase 3 and above. Mr. Griffin, you're first up on the screen. Do you have anyone?
Your Honor, I'm going to start with Mr. Carlos Oden. That's one of Mr. Yancey's clients. I believe he's phase 3, so I'm doing his cases for him today.
All right, very good. Good morning, Mr. Oden.
Good morning. Good morning, Judge. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you and your family and those beautiful babies. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
You doing fine?
I'm doing fine. I'm still going to school, still testing. The license situation, I don't know where that's at yet, but I did take care of all my fines. I did pay my fines last year.
Okay, what's going on with this license, Mr. Reed?
Well, I was supposed to get it. I was supposed to log in, and it was either Thursday or Friday. Mr. Yancey told me, but I wasn't able to get to neither one of the attorneys.
Okay.
Judge, I don't know what's going on with Mr. Oden's license. We'd have to take a look at the ROA again. I'm sure we've talked about it, but we can look at it again.
Okay, can we get some close? Go ahead, Mr. Oden. Did you have some more information about your license?
Yeah, Secretary of State was telling me that I gotta go to the hearing.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, not a hearing. No, not a hearing. Good morning.
If Mr. Oden has 2 or more drinking and driving cases, he has to go through us for a restricted license. If he's eligible, I would recommend that we put in the request for a restricted license. Mr. Oden, do you have 2 or more drinking and driving cases?
Yes, attorney.
Okay, so you have to go through us, and I'm sure Mr. Yancey will put in that recommendation when it's appropriate.
Okay.
Yeah, he should be ready. I'll take a look at it today. Then I'll send some over to you, Jesse and Mr. Fikens. I'll take a look at it today.
All right, because if he's paid his fines and costs, then he's certainly eligible for recommendation for the restricted license.
Okay.
So, Mr. Griffin, if you're able to verify that he is eligible, otherwise, that he's eligible, then if you could get that paperwork to me today, because I know Mr. Oden has been doing a great job, and I want to make sure that he can get that restricted license and be monitored for the appropriate amount of time.
Okay.
Okay, so Mr. Oden, how does that sound?
That sounds well, Judge. Thank you.
All right, so hopefully we will get some answers to you on today. And Mr. Griffin will get some paperwork to me today to sign off. All right, wonderful. I did not place your case number on the record. Let me do that very quickly. I have case number 210573 5901. Mr. Odin, state your full name for the record.
Carlos D'Angelo Odin.
All right, I really want to get that license situation squared away on today. Thank you so much, Mr. Griffin. I know you're standing in, but I appreciate it.
No, I'm on it now,
Okay.
Judge. I'm on it.
All right, awesome, awesome. Mr. Odin, how was your holiday? Did it go well?
The holiday was fine. I pretty much did everything with the family within. We didn't do too much, but we had a good Christmas as well. I watched the kids open their presents sober, which was an excellent thing to do.
Yes, I love it. You watched them open their gifts sober.
Yeah, it was amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you think your kids noticed something different about you this Christmas?
Yes, they noticed that my personality is different. A lot has changed since I've been going through recovery, and I haven't been drinking. And they noticed my skin color even changed to a different color. They noticed how I talk to them, how I speak now. Everything is going in the right way. It's going in the right order, I should say.
Yes, and you are able to do school and work and still take care of your family. And I'm certain you couldn't do all those things when you were indulging in alcohol, right?
I couldn't do none of that. No.
I'm so proud of you, Mr. Odin. I
Thank you,
am. I
Judge.
hope that you are proud of yourself.
I am.
Tell us what you've learned or words of encouragement for the entire courtroom on this morning.
Well, I do know you can't rush recovery. It's an ongoing process, and every day, every second, every hour, you just gotta just take time out and know that your recovery. I always say that recovery is always first. You got to put your recovery first, because the minute you slip, you right back in that squirrel cage, and nobody want to be in that squirrel cage. It's a constant, it's constant pain, agony, and you want to wake up happy. You want to wake up, rejoice, and the best way to do it is just be patient with your recovery. Be very patient.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Odin, for that information. Mr. Griffin, is there anything you'd like to add as to Mr. Odin?
No, Your Honor, per Mr. Yancey notes, everything he reported is accurate. I've been testing and having any problems testing throughout the holidays, still employed, still attending school. So he's in compliance with your orders at this time, Your Honor.
All right, awesome. And then Mr. Griffin will circle back, or the attorneys, or both, with respect to the restricted license application, okay?
Okay.
All right, awesome. Anything else from any of the other team members as to Mr. Odin?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Congratulations, Mr. Olin. Good report. Happy New Year to you. Keep up the good work, sir, and be safe. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Attorney.
All right, very good. Mr. Griffin, what would be his next contact date for a face-to-face?
Your Honor, he's in phase 3, so I will have him coming back for a face-to-face on January the 19th, 2023, and that'll be at 10:35 a.m.
All right. Did you get that, Mr. Odin?
Yeah, face-to-face, January 19th, 10:35.
Yes. All right, very good. But we want to get that license piece squared away today. And if we can't get answers, we're not gonna wait until his face-to-face. We're gonna continue to work at it, because I'd like to get him squared away. He's worked really, really hard.
Yeah, we'll get it taken care of, Judge. We'll get it taken care of.
All right, awesome. All right, Mr. Odin, I'm going to release you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You all as well. God bless
All
you.
right,
Happy New Year, everybody.
All right, same to you. All right, let's do it, Miss Cleveland, 3 or higher.
I do not have 3 or higher, Your Honor.
You do not? All
No,
right,
ma'am.
what about Miss Harris?
No.
I do not, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, then Mr. Griffin, we are back to you. Let's do it.
I just have phase 2 now. I don't know if Ms. Cleveland have the phase 2. I have 2 phase 2s and 2 phase 1s.
I have one phase 2 that could be a phase 3 that just is not inputted on the system yet, but that would be Mr. Howard, who did arrive before 8:45 a.m., Your Honor.
All right, let's go to Mr. Howard then. Let's do it. All right, Mr. Howard, good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Oh, just peachy.
Just peachy. All right. Well, Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you and everyone else.
All right, Mr. Howard, how was the holidays for you?
They were cool. They were cool. A lot of good things.
They were cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you do any good stuff?
No, I did a lot of boring stuff. I just, chill, stayed at the house, talked to friends, family.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. No issues?
None.
None. All right. Tell me something you've learned that you're taking into the new year with you.
Like the gentleman who just got off is not easy and is not to be rushed. And I've learned that everybody's situation is different and everybody's pace is different.
Yes. So don't compare yourself to other people, right?
That's correct.
Yes. Don't rush it. I like that. Recovery's not easy and you have to pace yourself. I like it. All right. Are you having any issues, any concerns that you need us to help you with?
No, not at the moment, no.
All right. Very good. Ms. Cleveland, what do you want me to know about Mr. Howard?
Your Honor, just for the record, Mr. Howard was promoted to phase 3 on December 8th, 2022. It's not reflecting the DCMIS, but I have to see if there's a new place to put this information. That might be why it's not coming up.
Okay, very good.
He is doing wonderful. I have spoken with him several times since the last time we've met, Your Honor, in Zoom court, and he's compliant with all your court's orders. He has begun his community service. He, still has some hours to go, but he did have a discussion with me about the community service. Your Honor, he's still making his commitments and his give backs to his community, which is a good thing, Your Honor. He and I we have also talked about his payment, and there is a plan in place for him to get this payment in full together, Your Honor.
Okay.
So other than that, he's doing well. He's working on his goals. He's completed a majority of the processes and protocol for sobriety court. So he's making very good progress, Your Honor.
All right, very good, very good. Anything from any of the other team members asked to Mr. Howard?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Good report, Mr. Howard. Patience is the key word. Take it one day at a time. Keep up the good work, sir. Happy New Year. Be safe.
Thank you. You too.
All right, very good. Mr. Howard, did you have any questions for the team this morning?
No, not at the moment, no.
No question? All right, very good. I want to encourage you to keep up the great work that you're doing. Glad to hear that you didn't have any issues coming into the new year. Thank you for sharing your wisdom, the things you've learned, and that you're taking with you into the new year. And with that, Ms. Cleveland, give me his next contact date, which is a face-to-face.
Yes, Your Honor. As phase 3, he would have a face-to-face on January 19th, 2023 at 10:35 a.m.
10:35.
Yes, sir. And Your Honor, before I forget, Mr. Alfonso Davis is on, but his court date is tomorrow, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Davis, log off. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, thank you, Ms. Cleveland.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Howard, you are free to leave. Thank you so much, sir. Good to see you.
Okay, y'all have a good one.
All right. You too. Thank you. All right, Ms. Harris, do you have any phase 2s?
I do not, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Griffin, we are going to rotate back to you for phase 2, and then I'm going to call my traffic matters, my 2 traffic matters. Hopefully
Okay.
they're getting them together. All right.
Okay. Mr. Alexander Hume, Your Honor.
Mr. Humes, all right. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Are you one step closer to being a new father?
7 weeks.
Whoa.
I know. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Oh, I'm thrilled. Yeah.
Is that a cat I see behind you?
No, a dog.
Oh, a dog.
Out the
Okay, that's
window.
much better.
Yeah.
Because I was about to say, we're not gonna have a cat around the new baby, are we?
No, I'm not
Okay.
a big cat guy.
I'm not a cat or dog, but definitely not a cat. I don't even like to watch cats on television. Okay, that's how much I don't like cats. Okay, yes, sir. They will immobilize me, keep me in my car in the cold, waiting for somebody to come and shoot the cat, because I don't do cats. I don't do cats. All right, listen, it's so good to see you. You are still smiling. How are you doing on this last stretch of 7 weeks?
I'm good. I'm, learning a little bit more about patients every day.
Okay,
I'm good.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Here's the magic question. Does your wife still like you?
Yeah, I think so.
She does.
She hasn't said
that's
she doesn't.
good.
I just know
She
when to
hasn't
leave
told
the
you if
house.
she doesn't.
No.
That's good. That's good. Because that last stretch can be something else, boy. So
Yeah.
just forgive her in advance. Like Mr. Reed, he didn't put in his apology for the beginning of the year, but usually he does. And so I want you to just forgive her today for everything that's going to happen over the next 7 weeks, as well as in labor and delivery. Just go ahead and forgive her. Just go ahead.
I'm good to it. I make
be
sure I rub her feet even before she asks.
Oh, look at you. I love it. I love it. How did you do during the holiday with staying on track?
I did great during the holiday, actually. It was probably the most relaxing holiday, Christmas and New Year's I'll ever have. My wife had to work, so I just sat around and watched football and walked over to my parents, and I was able to leave once they started doing their Christmas Eve party and everyone started drinking. I just came home and hung out and didn't mind it at all. It was peaceful. No one bugged me. Turned my phone off. I liked it.
There you go.
It was good.
There you go. And you survived it. And it wasn't all bad, was it?
No, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
There you go. Very good. All right, Mr. Hume, what's your words of wisdom or something that you've learned that you can share with the courtroom?
Again, just patience. You gotta trust the system. Yeah.
Trust the system.
Trust the system.
It really does work if you work it, right?
Yep. You work it and you're honest with yourself and everybody you're working with. It works.
It works. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I failed to put your case number on the record. Let me do that.
Okay.
Case number 21GP01158A. State your full name for me.
Alexander Hume.
All right. Very good. Let me hear from the case manager, Mr. Griffin, as to Mr. Hume. How's he doing?
Mr. Hume was doing fine, Your Honor, no problem with testing or anything of the holidays. He also has the interlock device in his car. We had no violations or anything noted with the interlock. So he's continued the progress in phase 2. So probably in the next report, probably we have a recommendation. But to now, he's in compliance with your order at this time, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Mr. Griffin, is this your case or Mr. Yancey's case?
This is mine, Your Honor.
This is your case. How long has he been in phase 2?
175 days.
Is he eligible to go to 3? Is there anything holding him back from going to 3?
No, I wanted to make the recommendation, but I just didn't want to do it on the record. But yeah, I think him and Mr. Karlsmeyer, they both are progressing very well. So I was in, like, did I want to wait?
I know we didn't staff yesterday.
Yeah.
we have been working like crazy since we came back from the holiday. And so we did not staff on yesterday. We will staff today, but I'm not going to hold that to the defendant's disadvantage. So, but I understand, Mr. Griffin, because usually I ask you all to do it in staffing.
Yeah, but
So,
I would
no
recommend.
objection.
Yeah, I would recommend that he move on to phase 3. He's doing really well at this time, Your Honor. So I have no problems with recommending that for Mr. Gill.
All right, anything from any of the other team members as to Mr. Hume or the recommendation for promotion to phase 3?
Yes, Judge, thank you. No objection to the promotion to phase 3. Keep up the good work. I know you're counting down 7 weeks and waiting for the happy day. Be a proud father. And I just want to take this opportunity. My device was acting up on Monday. I didn't want to put the apology in, but I hope the court can hear me now. So now I'm putting in the apology for 2023. Any bad behavior that I occurred during 2023 is only because I'm advocating for my client. Mr. Hume, thank you for letting me put this in. Thank you, Judge. I hope you heard that. I hope I didn't break up.
We heard you loud and clear. Now, your phone hasn't been working. Your device hasn't been working any other time, but today we heard you, Mr. Reed, loud and clear.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes. Anything else from any other team members as to Mr. Hume? If not, I am going to grant the request for promotion. Join me, everybody, in celebrating Mr. Hume. He's being promoted to phase 3 on today. Congratulations, Mr. Hume. You are on your way. You're not going to see us as much, but listen, continue to work hard. You still have to work hard, even harder, because you've got a whole new human being coming into play. And they deserve the best version of you. So I'm excited about that for you. Keep us posted, okay?
Thank you. I will, absolutely.
All right, Mr. Griffin, what's the next contact for Mr. Hume?
Your Honor, I will have a face-to-face with Mr. Hume on January the 19th, 2023 at 10:35 a.m.
All right, very good. Did you get that, Mr. Hume?
I got it.
All right, wonderful. Enjoy the rest of your day. You are free to leave.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year.
All right. Happy New Year. All right. I need to shift. I don't think we had anyone else in phase 2. Is that correct?
Mr. Casimir, Your Honor.
Where's Mr. Kazmari? I don't see him. Oh, there he is. All right. Come on, Mr. Kazmari. I can do you real quick. And then I've got to switch over to get my 8:30 cases. All right. Let's do it. Case number 2000228 FD. State your full name for the record for me.
Jacob Kaczmarczyk.
All right, good morning and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you too.
All right, very good. How did you do during the holiday?
I've been pretty good. Kind of boring, but sober, actually.
Okay, you said you were kind of worried?
No, boring is like
boring.
There's not much to do. It's just pretty much I stayed home, went to visit my parents, and come back home again and go to sleep for New Year's. Christmas party was with my sisters, which there's a bunch of kids running around, so I left there early because it's like that's not.
You didn't want to do the running around kids? You didn't want to do the running around kids?
This is like the best, like if I hang out with my sister kids, it just shows me that I don't want one.
Okay. I love it. Yes, yes.
Too much responsibility, so no.
I hear you. And so you did well, no issues, no struggles?
No struggles, no issues. Pretty much I spend the whole time with my family and everybody that like is very close and supportive to me. So it's been very helpful.
All right, very good, very good. And so what are your words of wisdom, or what did you learn that you're taking with you into the new year?
I would say just trust the system and be patient. I wasn't really trustworthy about the system. I didn't even think it's gonna work, but it's like once I get like in the system and it leads me through, it's pretty much shows me that actually it works, you know? Like I was always thinking it's all about the money and just pay it and that's it. But actually, if you're really like honest with yourself, then it actually works.
There you go. Very good. Thank you, Mr. Karsmarson. Is
Yep.
there anything that you need us to help you with, so
No.
that you can stay on track?
Well, I'm pretty much good. I went to the counseling center. I actually finished that part. So now I'm trying to like get in some other group so I just never forget that what happened, you know, because once you finish the counseling, it doesn't mean like your recovery is over. So I just want to like remind myself that so often that I have to be reminded so I don't do the same mistakes over again.
Oh my goodness, you just shared another piece of wisdom that just because you finished counseling doesn't mean that now you're done, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You still have to work at it every day. And so you're going to, hopefully they gave him a continuum of care once he finished counseling, Mr. Griffin, and that he's doing those things.
Right, Your Honor. Yep, I told him I got to check through all my emails and everything, but we had some discussion this morning about that or whatever. So he wants to continue with meetings and some aftercare. So I'll make sure that he has the proper recommendations, and he's about to start on some of the classes and stuff that he need to complete also. So he keep having a full wham of things to keep him focused.
All right, very good, very good. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Mr. Griffin? As to Mr. Karsmarzik, he's doing a great job.
Yep, Your Honor, I would like to recommend him for promotion to phase 3 also. He's been in phase 2 for 169 days, no sanctions. He also had no problems during testing over the holidays. Also have the interlock in his vehicle, no problems with the interlock device. So he's doing really well at this time. And I like the words that he spoke, because the counseling don't stop when you finish counseling. That's just a continuous process. So that's a very good words of wisdom.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let me hear from the team. Any objections?
Judge, no objections. Thank you, sir, for trusting the drug court team and the system. You're working the program. I appreciate your honesty about handling a family, but you're young enough that you could change your mind. Keep up the good work, sir. Be safe. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Sure.
All right, anything or any objections from any of the other team members? If not, I need everyone to join me in celebrating Mr. Karsmarzik on his promotion to phase 3. Congratulations to you, sir. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, you are in great shape. Mr. Griffin, that means that he will have a face-to-face next contact on January 19th. Is that correct?
That's correct,
January
Your Honor.
19th?
Yep, at
Yes.
10:35 a.m.
Wonderful. Did you get that, Mr. Karsmarzik?
Yes, I did.
All right, awesome. Then you are free to leave, sir. It's good to see you. Congratulations to you and Happy New Year again.
Nice to see you too, Judge. Thank you.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, I am going to go to Mr. Gazdecki. Are you ready on Al Masmari?
Your Honor.
Attorney Gazdecki? There you are.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, are you ready on Mr. Al Masmari?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm calling the following cases: SP 137-9150, counts 1 and 2. Counsel, please place your appearance on the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Marquez Dickey, P46289, on behalf of Mr. L. Marari for his permission.
Thank you. Counsel, today is the date scheduled for formal hearing. Oh, the prosecutor, Mr. Rosenthal, please place your appearance on the record.
Yes, good morning. May it please this honorable court, Matthew Rosenthal for the people, P84807.
Thank you, Attorney Rosenthal.
You're
Okay,
welcome, Your
how
Honor.
are we proceeding today?
Make motion to dismiss. We stipulate the probable cause.
All right. The officers did not join us. Is that what the motion is based on?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's correct, Your Honor. We don't have any objection to that motion. We just ask that it's without prejudice on those two counts.
All right, thank you. Now, I do see an officer on, an Officer Renee. She's here on another matter? Okay, very
Correct,
good.
Your Honor.
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't overlooking anyone.
Mhm.
All right, very good. I'm granting the motion. Both of the matters are dismissed without prejudice. Thank you for your patience this morning, Attorney Gazdecki, and Happy New
Thank you.
Year
It's always
to
a
you.
pleasure. Wonderful
All right,
day,
likewise.
guys.
All right, good to see you. Okay, let's go to Alamiri.
Your
Mr.
Honor.
Alamiri, are we ready on Alamiri?
No, Your Honor. He has counsel. Mr. Farina was online. I don't think Mr. Farina knows that his client is in breakout room number 1.
Oh.
When Mr. Farina comes back, Judge, I believe I don't know if the prosecutor and Mr. Farina have talked, but I know that Mr. Farina needs to get together with his client in breakout room number 1, but he's not online right now.
And Your Honor, if I may, we do have the officer.
Yes.
It will be a dismissal. It's just the one count, and it's not any kind of a seriousness of civil infraction. And I did speak with the officer as well, so that will just be a dismissal.
Judge,
Okay, and that's going to be on count 1. What happened with count 2, Ms. Mann?
Oh, there's another count.
There's a count 2, improper lane usage. Alamiri, yes.
Oh, Your Honor, if I may, Mr. Farina did say that he did put in a motion to pull it out of default, and he made it with the court. So I'm not positive if the court had received that, and I think that's what he was speaking towards. I thought it was for this civil infraction. So I think it'd be, yeah, I didn't know there was a second civil.
Yes. Are you objecting to setting aside the default?
No, Your Honor, I'm not. But that won't be a dismissal. That will be, for me, a blockading because it wouldn't be up for formal hearing, Your Honor. We'd just be pulling it out of default and they could deal with it today.
Okay, so then we'll have to wait for Mr. Farina to come back in order for me to call it.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Your Honor, do you mind? I got to go to 333. Is that okay with you right now? I'll come back.
Yes, and the officer is here, but
Yes.
but you all haven't worked out a deal as far as the blockading traffic, right?
Correct, Your Honor, but I don't believe that Officer Rafi was on that case for the blockading. I don't believe. I think it was just the one count. I could stand and be corrected. Miss Mack, do we know who the officer is on that?
It does list Officer Rafi on count 2 as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. I'll pass on it and I'll come back. All right, very good. I'm ready to keep going. Who's up next? Ms. Cleveland, who do you have up next?
Your Honor, I have Mr. Augusto Antonio Lopez, who is in phase 1, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Let's go to Mr. Lopez. Did we miss any individuals from phases 2 and 3?
No.
Ashton
two,
Gordon, Your
phase
Honor.
Yes.
Ashton Gordon is one of Mr. Yancey clients. He's a phase 2 client.
All
Well,
right,
other than
Mr.
that,
Gordon, is he on?
He's on, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, very good. Let me call it. I have case number 2021 SD 0028. Mr. Gordon, state your name for the record, please.
Ashton Julian Gordon.
All right, Mr. Gordon, good morning to you and
Good
Happy
morning.
New Year.
Happy New Year as well, Judge.
All right, Mr. Gordon, how did you do for the holiday? You know, I want to know.
I was good. You know, I kept telling myself, you don't want to go back to Kent County. So that's all. I mean, Wayne County. Jesus Christ. Wayne County. I got my head on. That's all I told myself the entire time. And then I said, you know, just the looks on my daughter's faces from the last mistake I made. When I had to tell her I wasn't going to get her, so I had to really button down and tighten down the hatches and really start working my program. So it was very good. You know, I was able to FaceTime my daughter in Florida and send her all the pictures that I had. And so I was able to take care of that. So it was really good. You know, it was peaceful. You know, I really needed that wake up call. So
I just kept repeating to myself those things. You need to stay on this. These opportunities aren't just given to you. You got to earn them.
Yes, sir. And so, Mr. Gordon, what are you doing to address the issue that caused you to receive the sanction that you received? What are you doing to address that?
I've completely just isolated myself. I don't really, the people that I called friends or anything, I kind of just isolated myself and really just to and from work. That's really all the motion I do. I go to and from the grocery store, and I really just spend all my time with my daughter. I don't really deal with any family other than my grandfather and my father, who I live with my grandfather. So I really just kind of isolated myself from the world just because I know I wasn't entirely ready. And then even then, just I'm not putting myself in those situations anymore. And then the big thing that I'm doing is I started going back to groups with Mr. Arnold through NADD, and then I'm still waiting on just getting a new recommendation, a new approval. But I started going to Mr. Arnold's groups. I try to check in with him at least once a week if I wasn't able to make the group. So I'm making sure I make the calls now rather than having a plan. I'm using actionable items on that said plan.
All right, very good. And so if you are seeing Mr. Arnold, I don't know if that was a part of the continuum of care, Mr. Griffin. I know you're standing in for Mr. Yancey, but I would like to get updates from Mr. Arnold just to know that he's engaged, actively participating, because I understand that isolation may work for you right now, and I applaud you for doing something that might be very difficult to do, to isolate, right? But the reality is you can't live your whole life in isolation.
Correct.
You're too
Yes.
outgoing. You are too much to offer the world and everybody around you. And so that's just not reasonable for you. So I'd like for you to make sure that you're gaining some insight and acquiring some tools and resources to help you so that when you are out and mingling, you still won't end up in the same place that you were in before. How about that?
Yes, ma'am. Of course. At first, I was trying to use my private insurance to do anything, but I'm going to call the 800 number here soon and try to get a recommendation through them because my private insurance really wasn't. It was a kind of a back and forth battle with that. So I'm just going to call the 800 number, and I was able to use that last time. So I'm going to use that one here. They told me the best days to call are Mondays to try to get through. So I'm going to be calling here on Monday, and then just to make sure we get everything documented, paperwork, everything all squared away.
All right, wonderful. Do what you need to do to take care of yourself for the
Yes,
long
ma'am.
run. I appreciate that. I applaud you for that. All right, what's your words of wisdom for the courtroom or something that you've learned that you're taking into 2023?
Don't put yourself in a position to make a mistake. Do everything that you can possible to keep yourself out of those things. Whatever is in your realm, control what you can control.
Yes, absolutely. I hope that everybody's listening. Control what you can control. And Mr. Gordon, it's funny you mentioned that. My girlfriend gave me this picture that I keep on my nightstand, and it's a circle. Inside that circle are the things that I control, like my choices, my effort, my attitude, my drive. Those are things that I control. And then on the outside of that circle, it's a whole lot of stuff I don't control. I can't control my friends. I can't control other people's choices. I can't control other people's responses. And it is such a helpful. She gave this to me a few years ago, and it's so helpful. So when I'm stressing, I pick up that picture a lot of times, and I'm like, I'm stressing. Let me see it. This is what I'm stressing about. Is it something I can control? Nope, it ain't in my circle. You know what? I'm gonna just have to let it play out. I'm gonna have to sit it down and control the things that I can control. So thank you for sharing that with the courtroom, because the things that we can control, those are the things we're gonna be held accountable for, right? Our choices, our actions, our responses, our drive, our effort. I'm gonna be held accountable for those things. And
Yes,
so
ma'am.
thank you for sharing that information. All
Yes,
right,
ma'am.
Mr. Griffin, what do you have any updates as to Mr. Gordon? Mr. Gordon, what happened with Grand Rapids? What they doing?
They haven't reached out. I haven't received any contact, so I'm gonna just call that as a good one. That's
They wait to see is Holmes worth her weight in salt.
then they gonna find out she's worth
That's
twice
the
as
word
much.
on the street.
She's
That's the
worth twice
word
as
on the
much.
street, Mr. Gordon. That's the word on the street.
Ms. Holmes is worth twice as much in her weight, probably even twice mine in weight.
So we
Come on. All right. We're gonna see. Let's show them. Let's
Yes,
show
ma'am.
them. How about that?
Yes,
Let's
ma'am.
show them by working your program, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Griffin, what do you want to add, if anything, as to Mr. Gordon?
No, just per Mr. Yancey knows, he just said the defendant needed to be reassessed due to his violation. Should be, back in treatment. He's saying Mr. Arnold, but he still want to go through his private insurance. Say he's been clean since his last violations. No negative or no positive or missed test. And he also put in his notes that he haven't received any correspondence from Kent County as of yet.
All right. Yes. Okay, and so he's indicating that he's not going to make sure his file indicates that he's not going to use his private insurance. He's going to get on the 1-800 number, get that reassessment so that he can be connected to the appropriate services. Okay. All right. Awesome. Awesome. If nothing, anything from any of the team members, ask to Mr. Gordon.
Yes, Judge, thank you. Mr. Gordon, a good holiday report. Keep up the good work. You have so much to lose. Work the program. Happy New Year. Be safe, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Happy New Year as well.
All right. Awesome. With that, Mr. Griffin, what's the next point of contact for Mr. Gordon?
Your Honor, Mr. Gordon, we're having a face-to-face with Mr. Yancey on January the 19th, 2023, and that'll be at 10:35 a.m.
All right. Now he's in phase 2. So is that correct for him?
Let's want to bring him back on the 12th, or
I'll leave it at the 19th, and if Mr. Yancey needs to adjust it, he can. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Did you get that date, Mr. Gordon?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Awesome. Good to see you. Glad you're doing well, and I'll see you in a few weeks. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you.
All
You're
right. I'm going to do Mr. Alamary, and then I'll go to Mr. Lopez.
Wow.
Is that good?
Well, I don't believe that Mr. Farina has met up with his client yet.
Yes, we have.
Well, hold on. I received a note indicating that the officer is dismissing both of the counts, or that they should both be dismissed.
Yes.
Mr. Rosenthal, before he went to another courtroom, did not object to setting aside the default judgment as to count 2. And so I think we're in good shape. Can I call it at this time?
Yes.
With that information?
Yes, Your Honor. We just need to bring Mr. Alamary back from breakout room number 1.
All right, let's bring him in.
Okay.
All right. So while we're doing that, Ms. Wilson, I'm going to call case number SP 1352260, counts 1 and 2. Counsel, your appearance.
Roger Farina, P62269, on behalf of Mr. Moajid Alameri, who's on Zoom.
Thank you. And then, officer, please place your appearance and badge number on the record.
Yes, ma'am. Officer Rafi 4993.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for your service, and be safe. If you need to leave, you can go right ahead. We are all set.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a great day and Happy New Year.
Thank you. Same to you. All right. Counsel, did they bring your client back in from breakout room number 1?
They should have, hopefully.
I'll try to go back and get him, Judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, will hold up my docket for that. Yes, it was. I started writing the response and didn't hit send. I am sorry. I just need them to add drug treatment court and then veterans with an S treatment court, and then everything else. Now there's something on here about a rolling date stamp. Is that you? You good?
Well, it'll be like these where the date changes. It'll be just like you want, but the date will change like those.
Oh, okay.
That's what that is.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
All right, awesome. All right, did Mr. Alamary join us? All right,
Yes.
Mr. Alamary, please state your full name for the record.
Okay. Did you need
Tell me your name.
Mujahid Al-Amiri?
All right, thank you.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Mr. Farina?
Yes, Your Honor. We would have motion to dismiss. We've talked with the prosecutor on this case. Mr. Alameri and I have spoken 3 times this morning, 4 times yesterday, 4 times the day before, and over the break. So we've texted, talked. So, we were in agreement with the prosecutor's recommendation to dismiss these matters, Judge.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, counsel. I have set aside the default judgment in count 2, and I am dismissing without prejudice both counts 1 and 2. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you. All right, thank you, Mr. Clappy.
On the veterans, do you want possibly ask or just ask?
Just ask.
Okay.
Feel free to go, Mr. Alameri.
Okay, thank you so
Yes.
much. Thank you.
Bye-bye, Mr. Alameri. All
Bye.
right.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
You're
you.
very welcome. Let's go to Mr. Lopez. I have the following cases: SP 135-46891 and case number U 635-01222. Mr. Lopez, please state your full name for the record.
Augusto Lopez. Augusto
Happy
Antonio
New Year
Lopez,
to you.
sorry.
That's
Happy New
okay.
Year, Judge. Happy New Year to everybody in your courtroom.
Yes, Happy New Year. It's always so good to see you, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yeah, New Year was great. Unfortunately, for the Christmas and the New Year meetings, I could only stay for the daytime. So I do apologize if anybody did show up and I wasn't there to greet them, you know. But I hope that, you know, hopefully at least one person ended up going to those marathon meetings that they really needed it. So I do thank yourself and Miss Cleveland for really putting that out there for anybody that's seeking recovery.
Yes, sir. How did you do during the holiday? Tell me about it.
I did great. Christmas, you know, I had a good Chinese lunch with my mom, you know, and then had some dinner with some friends. And in between that, I went to the marathon meeting, stuck around for a little bit, you know. It wasn't too crazy around that time. It's the evening times when it tends to get a little bit, you know, more attended. So yeah, I got a good meeting, and I'm glad to on Christmas and especially New Year's as well to get that in. New Year's I had soup. So,
okay.
Yeah, I had soup, and I was very, you know, I can't stay up anymore. You know, ball dropped, and at 12:05, I was like, okay, I'm going to bed. You know, I just can't. I just can't anymore. I'm too exhausted. And then next day I had to work too. So, you know, it ended up being very, very quiet and, you know, very full of gratitude. That's something I'm trying to practice a lot more, is gratitude for everything that I do have.
Yes, sir. Very good. Very good. You working your program, Mr. Lopez?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yeah. Actually, yesterday, you know, I got a little bit of a reminder of how bad it can be out there. You know, newcomers kind of show you, like, you know, whatever pain or whatever troubles I might be going through, it's just not the answer anymore to do drugs or drink or anything like that. Cause, you know, that pain, you know, I always thought myself I was fooling everybody, you know, trying to act like I was happy when I was full of pain and full of just, you know, death, really. I mean, just full of, you know, not wanting to be around anymore. And yesterday, you know, I got a reminder of someone kind of, you know, sharing their experience, and you know, I'm very blessed. I'm very blessed today because you know, I'm alive, I'm working, and you know, I get to, like what you said, learn every day, learn something new every day, and again, trying to be grateful for what I do have, you know, because anything I might not have, as long as I work for it, it'll be there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love your attitude. I love it. And so I just want to encourage you to keep going. keep going. Do you have some words of wisdom? You've given several. Do you have some words of wisdom or something you've learned that you're bringing into the new year with you that you can share with the courtroom?
Well, there was a saying I heard that, really set in perspective, especially this week of, I've never drank or took a drug and the next day woke up happy about it. So, that sets a lot of perspective because, again, emotions and feelings, those can change. Those can change, and I don't have to act out on them. So definitely that phrase, just kind of snapped something in me and reminded me again, just to keep working my program.
All right. Awesome. I hope the courtroom is listening. I hope the courtroom is listening. All right. Very good. Miss Cleveland, what do you want to tell me about Mr. Lopez?
Your Honor, he's doing well. He and I have actually talked several times since the last time he was in court, and everything has been upbeat, positive, very committal to the program and to himself, which is wonderful. Your Honor, I'd like to commend him for having 49 days of sobriety since he's been in our program.
Let's do it, y'all. Let's celebrate Mr. Lopez. Thank you. Yes. Yes. All right.
And he just so you'll know too, when he has some concerns or issues, he does reach out immediately, and we're going to work together to make sure that he can get any of his issues resolved. This is problem solving court.
Yes, absolutely. So reach out, let us know. It's important, and you raise a good point, Miss Cleveland, that people know we're not just here to talk about what brought you to us. If you're having other things that are going on in your life, give us an opportunity to help you, to connect you to resources. We have community partners that help us with housing, help us with education, help us with jobs and things of that nature. So don't think it's just, Judge just want to hear about what I did wrong that brought me to her. Absolutely not. We want to help with everything because it all works together. Okay, to make you whole, so that you leave us whole and not just, substance free, but whole. Okay. All right. Thank you, Miss Cleveland. Anything else from any of the other team members as to Mr. Lopez?
Yes, Judge. Thank you. Good report, Mr. Lopez. It's always good to see you and hear you. You're so positive and upbeat. You have a great attitude. And I like what you said about being grateful. We need to be grateful for small things, be grateful for life, be grateful for waking up. Happy New Year to you, sir, and be safe.
Thank you, attorney.
All right. If nothing else, Miss Cleveland, let me ask Mr. Lopez, do you have any questions for the team?
No, none right now. I did remember something, just as a little accomplishment for myself. At work, I've been given the opportunity to start the first, for where I work, the first LGBTQ plus group to, it's a chapter for, learning and inclusion. So, I get the opportunity to take the lead, and honestly, it's because I put recovery first. I would not 6 months ago and a year ago, I would not have the confidence nor the ability to do or even take on or even conceive anything like that. So, this program works and recovery works if you work it, so that's something else that, I'm actually very proud of. And, I had to give credit where credit's due, and that's to the program, that's to recovery, and that's to, individuals as yourself and Ms. Cleveland that go out of their way to actually help people out. So thank you very much. And thank you, Ms. Cleveland, as well.
Thank you.
Yes, wonderful. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. And I know you're going to be able to help a lot of people. So continue that drive that you have, Mr. Lopez. Is not only going to help you, but as you can see, it's going to help other people. So we're very proud of you. Very proud of you.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Cleveland. What's the next point of contact for Mr. Lopez?
Your Honor, he is 50 days into phase 1, so he would have a next court date via Zoom on January 19th, 2023 at 8:45 a.m.
All right, did you get that, Mr. Lopez?
Yeah, just wrote it down. January 19th, 2023, 8:45 a.m.
There you go. All right, so good to see you. Continue to do well. And again, Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to all of you in the courtroom. And Your Honor, you have yourself a great day.
Thank you. Thank you, you too. All right, let's go to Miss Cleveland. I just got your message. Let's
Sorry.
go to Mr. Paul.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Paul, I'm ready for you. I have case number Z8085081. Mr. Paul, state your full name for me.
Gerald Paul.
All right, Mr. Paul.
How are you? Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great.
Okay, good, good. You closed out the new year well?
Very
the last
well.
year well?
Very well. I mean, this was the first time in many years I woke up or went to bed on New Year's sober.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You went to bed sober, which means you woke up sober.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
how did that feel for you, Mr. Paul?
Well, being in the program showed me that it feels great. It's a great feeling to I got a chance to speak with my parents on that day, and they was happy, just as happy for me as I was for myself.
Yeah, very good, very good. And so, Mr. Paul, you ready to do this? You committed to it?
I'm very committed to it. This is a life sentence.
Yes, but it's a good one, right? It's a good
Exactly.
one.
Exactly.
Yes. I like that. I'm writing that down. Sobriety is a life sentence. I love it. I love it. Yes, sir. All right. And so, Mr. Paul, you talked with your parents. Were you able to connect with any of your other family members for the holiday?
My kids, I talked to my daughter, and my son. Yes.
Did they notice anything different about you?
Oh yes, they behind me 100%. They congratulated me on bringing the new year in sober, and told me how much they love me and they behind me.
Yes, yes, that's awesome. That's awesome. Are you having any issues, Mr. Paul, that you need the court to know about?
No, not at this moment. I don't.
Okay. All right. I know that you are still in treatment. And so, Ms. Cleveland, are you going to update us today about what's going on with Mr. Paul and what's next? I know we didn't get to staff, so there may be some things you can't share. We can circle back today and we'll get it done. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Paul is doing very well. I'm connected with his therapist there. I have all positive reviews for him, all positive reports. Your Honor, he is committed to himself. He is committed to this program. He speaks about that when I talk to him during our face-to-face over the holiday season. And, you know, he wants to do what he's supposed to do to make sure that he's on the right path of progress so that he can get it home to his family who needs him. He was very, very, I'm going to say very elated about speaking with his mother and finding out that she's doing well. I think he shared some concerns with you last time about her being alone because his father's condition. But he was just very, very happy to know that she's doing well as can be considering what's going on. But he's looking forward to reuniting with her again in their family home.
All right, awesome. And so, Ms. Cleveland, have you talked with, how long has he been at the facility he's in?
Your Honor, he's been in our program and at that facility for 35 plus days. We have had a discussion about what his continuum of care is going to look like because there is on the table whether he'd be going to transitional housing or whether he'd be able to go to his family home. That's something that we will probably have to talk about in staffing, Your Honor.
All right, very good, but you're working on it.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Paul, based on anything Ms. Cleveland has said, do you have any questions?
Well, yes, I've been in here for more than 35 days. It's going on 60 days. So,
And that was according to your treatment plan. That was according to the treatment plan. So Ms. Cleveland didn't make you stay any longer than you should have. That was the recommendation of the professional.
No. I just was making sure that it was known that I've been in here almost 60 days.
And Your Honor, for the record, the reason why the DCMIS record is different is because his intake was not given at the beginning of his term inside of Elmhurst House. He had to wait a few weeks to have his intake. That's why.
All right. All right. Very good. So Ms. Cleveland, we'll talk about that in staffing. And of course, let's start looking at, you have to start with the provider first to find out what is their recommendation. Mr. Paul should have a voice in that as well.
Yes.
And so if you all could get that back to the team, that would be great. Okay. And we'll go from there. How does that sound, Mr. Paul?
That sounds good.
All right. Awesome. Anything from any of the other team members as to Mr. Paul?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Good report, Mr. Paul. You're working the program. We know you want to go home and you're not going to be in residential forever. We're going to staff your case and come up with some recommendations. You keep working the program, sir. Have a good attitude. Be safe and Happy New Year to you, Mr. Paul. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a Happy New Year too.
Thank you.
All right. Very good. So, Ms. Cleveland, what's the next point of contact for Mr. Paul?
Your Honor, I would also like to commend him for 60 days of sobriety. I want to applaud him for that because that is good.
Let's celebrate.
Yes.
Look at you, Mr. Paul. That's awesome. Awesome. All right.
He is in phase 1. So I'm going to set his Zoom hearing on January 19th, 2023 at 8:45 a.m. But it'll also possibly be some discussion between he and I regarding his timing out over there, depending on where transitional housing or so that would happen before the 19th.
January 19th at 8:45. Thank you. All right. Awesome. Very good. Did you get that, Mr. Paul?
Yeah, January 19th at 8:30.
8:45.
8:45.
Sorry about that.
All right. Very good.
Okay.
All right. If nothing else, I want you to continue to have a great new year. You're off to a great start. Keep going, okay?
Thank you.
All right. You're very welcome. Take care. Bye-bye. All right. Give me just 1 second, please. You don't have to turn me off. Just give me a second.
Get the kids.
This is pissing me off. All right, very good. Let's do it. Thank you so much for your patience. Let's go. I believe that everybody we have is in phase one. And so I'm going to go to Ms. Harris. Do you have anyone from phase one? And Ms. Cleveland, you should know that Mr. Shaw has finally joined us in the courtroom. Good morning, Mr. Shaw.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Morning, Your Honor. Yes, I am going to start with Ms. Durham. I have Ms. Durham and Ms. Driver, both phase one, that are here today for their hearing. So if we can start with Ms. Durham, that would be great.
All right, thank you. Give me a second. Let me just see if I have a file. I have a file to listen this morning. All right, Ms. Durham, I have the following for you. I have case number 210-441-9901. Ms. Durham, state your full name for me, please.
Here, Raquel Durham.
All right, good morning to you, Ms. Durham. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm fine. How are you?
I am doing very well. Happy New Year to you.
Thank you. Same to you.
All right. How did you do closing out 2022?
It was good. I worked and spent time with family, so it was a good holiday.
Okay, very good. Did you have any issues, any challenges?
No issues, no challenges. My family not big on partying, so it was pretty much just a quiet, small gathering we had.
Okay, very good, very good. All right, and so you're working your program?
I am.
Okay, have you learned anything since the last time I've seen you?
I feel like I'm still learning. I'm doing my counseling, which I told you last time, this is my first time. So that's different, but I'm still learning. I'm disciplining myself and staying focused. So.
All right, very good, very good. Is there anything that you need us to help you with, Ms. Durham, to keep you on track?
Nothing now. It'll be easier once I'm able to get my restricted license. Because I have the Uber everywhere because I live out in Canton, so they don't do buses or anything. So it's just strictly Uber. But other than everything is fine. No concerns.
All right, very good, very good. All right, Ms. Harris, before you present on Mr. Al Masmari's case, that matter was scheduled for 8:30 a.m. this morning. It's 9:47. We have already handled that matter. And so you may want to check with my clerk to see how it was handled. You can call the office at 313-965-2280. Thank you. All right, Ms. Harris, I'm ready. What do you want to tell me about Ms. Durham?
Ms. Durham has been doing wonderful. She has been working her program. She started her outpatient services with Hygera. I believe it was December 26th. They have reached out to me to let me know that she has begun services, and I am working on getting the assessment from them, or a report from the assessment. She has been compliant with her drug screens. Those all continue to be negative. She is in constant communication with me, making sure that I have things that I need and that I'm aware of, what's going on with her or her treatment. She has been doing her and sending me her food journal that she was ordered to do. She's been sending to me. I did want to ask you if there was a date in which you wanted to have her do that through. We have had no other positive issues or anything with her. If you recall, she had a positive that was confirmed as a negative, but we had her doing the food journal because of that. And she has been doing it, and we haven't had any other issues. So I just wanted to revisit with you whether or not, how long you wanted her to continue to do the journal.
I need her to continue to do it a little while longer because I'm trying to figure out what caused her to have a positive screen. Because as you know, you can't stay in the program and have positive screens, even if they're confirmed as negatives. We got to find out what you're doing so we can make some changes.
Additionally, she did, I just wanted to let the court know she started making payments. She has paid over half of her balance at this point. And she has really, she really has been doing very well and has done anything and everything that the court has asked of her as of this time. And I have no, real concerns with her. I just want her to continue doing what she's doing, continue with her outpatient treatment, doing everything that she's, been doing with her journal and getting that to me, reaching out to me with any concerns she might have, even if it is just, did you get the update from, the therapist, et cetera, so that we're on the same page. And then I want to start working with her on some of the other things that she can start doing to meet her probation requirements, that she can, now that she's getting a little more acclimated and into the program.
All right, thank you. Mr. Reed or any of the other team members, do you have anything to ask to Ms. Durham?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Good report, Mr. Durham. Keep up the good work. You're new to the program. Don't get overwhelmed. Ask questions. We know it's not easy, but you're doing a good job. Happy New Year to you, and be safe. Thank you.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
All right. If nothing else, Ms. Durham, do you have any questions?
I do not, Judge. Thank you.
No questions? All right. What's the next contact from Ms. Durham?
Her next court hearing would be on January 19th via Zoom at 8:45 a.m. And then her and I will have a face-to-face next Thursday, as scheduled.
All right. Awesome. Did you get that, Ms. Durham?
I did. Thank you.
All right. Wonderful. It's good to see you. I'm glad that you made it into 2023 with no issues. And I'm looking forward to having a great year with you. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay. Let's go to Ms. Driver. All right. For Ms. Driver, I have case number Z8080861. Ms. Driver, please state your full name for me.
LaQuisha Shante Driver.
All right, Ms. Driver, how are you today?
I'm doing well.
All right, good, Ms. Driver. All right, I need to know, how did you close out last year?
I did really good.
Okay, tell me, what did you do? Because I know we had a couple of little hiccups and bumps here and there.
Yeah, I did good as far as my sobriety, and also I had a great Christmas.
All right, very good. Ms. Driver, do you know that you even look different today? What's different about you today? You do. You look totally different.
Okay, well, good.
Yeah, it is good. It is definitely good. You have a smile on your face and you just look totally different. Do you think that your sobriety or the fact that you haven't picked up anything is contributing to this new look?
Of course.
Of course. Of course. How do you feel physically?
I feel fine. Physically,
Okay,
I need to find a job though. That's the main thing. I need to get out the house, find a job.
Okay. And so a couple of things you said. I'm fine. I'm feeling fine. You don't notice anything different about yourself now that you're not drinking?
Yeah, I do.
All right, Ms. Driver, I'm gonna let you think about it. I'm gonna give you time to think about that. And you can tell me about it later. All right, but you're saying you have too much time in the house?
Yes.
All right, are you going to your sessions, your counseling sessions?
Yes, I am.
All right, how are those going?
It's going well. I met a lot of people and learning a lot.
Okay, and then are you going to your testing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, no issues with that?
No.
All right, very good. All right, and so most people tell us we have them doing too much. Miss Harris, Miss Driver says she's not doing enough. She needs to get out the house and go to work. And so I'm certain that you all will have some conversations about that, right?
Definitely. Otherwise, to report out on her, she has been doing well. She is doing her intensive outpatient, so she's doing that three nights a week. She's also on day 21 of her court-ordered 30 meetings in 30 days. She submitted me the documentation for those meetings this morning that she has done thus far. She has been compliant with her drug screens. There were no reported issues through the holidays. Everything is coming back as negative. Obviously, Miss Driver has worked a lot in the past and has only been unemployed here for a few months. So I can definitely understand how she's starting to feel just kind of anxious to get back out there and get back into the workforce and keep herself feeling productive and busy. And definitely I encourage her to within what she's able to do to keep herself busy in a positive and productive way. So hopefully we can have some discussions on that and how to kind of get her there and what it is that she can handle and what it is she wants to do. I did want to ask the court, we had placed her on the scram tether, I believe on December 9th, and we had put her on that for 30 days, for a month. And I just want to revisit with you because before she sees you again, that time will have passed. So I will need to know if I need to let them know if we're going to extend that or if we are going to have that removed at that 30-day mark.
Okay, and so it's going to be 30 days. So we still have a few more days left to go. And so, Ms. Driver, how are you feeling about the removal of the alcohol tether?
I will be very pleased to get it off.
Okay, all right. Are you committed to working and doing what you need to do in order to address those concerns that may lead you to pick up?
Yes.
All right, awesome. I said 30 days, which would take us to the 9th of January. And the 9th of January is next week, Tuesday. And so as long as there are no issues, let me hear from the attorneys. Any objection, because I won't see her before Tuesday. Any objection to the removal of the tether on Tuesday, January 9th?
Judge, no objections. It was a good report today. She made it through the holidays, working the program. No objection at all to removing the tether. Keep up the good work. Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, awesome. Anything else from any of the other team members? If not, then I'm going to stay with what I originally ordered, which was 30 days. And Ms. Harris, as long as there are no violations and she doesn't miss any tests or anything, on Tuesday of next week, you can have them come out and remove the tether. The alcohol tether.
Okay, and at this time, I do just want to put on the record, Your Honor, that she has only been ordered to 1 drug screen a week while she was on the tether, and that will be increased back up to 2 randoms a week when that tether is removed.
Absolutely. So you'll have to go back to 2 times per week.
Okay.
And then you understand that if we have some issues, you got to go back on that tether, right?
Yes.
All right. So we're going to work at it, right?
Yes.
All right, awesome. Awesome. That's all I'm asking you to do is come to the table and work hard at it. I appreciate that. You have a good attitude today too, Ms. Driver.
Thank you.
You know, Ms. Driver been in here mean mugging me and everything. I wanted to tell her, I'm not scared of you, lady. And so, but look at you today, you smiling and all of those good things. I hope that you're starting to see the difference in you. That's what really matters. Not what I see, but what do you see?
Yeah, thank you.
All right, very good. All right, Ms. Harris, what's the next point of contact for Ms. Driver?
Well, I will be in communication with her in a non-scheduled way in regards to that tether early next week. And then we will have a face-to-face on Thursday of next week, which is the 12th. And then she will come back to see you, Your Honor, for a Zoom hearing on January the 19th at 8:45 a.m.
All right.
Okay.
So let me just put one date down. Yep. Ms. Mack is looking like, what we doing? Put down January 12th, 2023. and we'll put that down for 10:35, okay?
Okay, great. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, awesome. All right, Ms. Driver, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, very proud of you. You did it. You've been how many weeks now without anything? How many weeks?
I don't know. How many has it been? Do you guys know?
Well,
Harris, do
I
you
believe
know?
I do. I can look at an exact date, but I believe that she was sanctioned on the 10th, and since that of December. So since that time, she has been substance free.
court.
So we are going on. By next week when it was removed, we will have made it to a full month.
Oh, okay.
There you
Okay.
go. So Ms. Driver, I asked that because if you did it 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks, you can keep doing it. You've got what it takes.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just celebrate Ms. Driver she's a couple of days shy of 30 days of being on track. Look at you, Ms. Driver. Listen, you are doing an excellent job. Congratulations to you. Keep up the great work, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Take care. We're here if you need us. Okay. Bye-bye. You are free to leave. All right. Thank you, Ms. Harris.
Thank you.
Let's go to Ms. Alexandria Smith. Ms. Smith, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Smith. Good morning to you.
Judge, just 1 second. Can I need to talk to you about this case. Like, I need to come down there.
Oh, you need to see me first. You gonna hold Ms. Smith up?
I just need some clarification about what's going on, because when I received this case, it was at the end when we was going on break, and then there's been a lot in between. So I just need some clarification on the case, Judge. I really do.
All right, that's fine. Who has Mr. Glassbrook?
That's mine also.
All right, let me do Mr. Glassbrook, and then Ms. Smith. Mr. Griffin has to come down and talk to me for a second, and then we'll be ready to do your case, okay? I said it. I did. For the officer that's here, the police officer Thompson, good morning to you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right. We did Mr. Al Masmari's case this morning. It was scheduled for 8:30. I did it at about 5 after 9. So I'm going to have you call my clerk so she can tell you how it was disposed of, okay?
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, that number should be in the chat. It's 965-2280, and the court reporter just put it in the chat again. Thank you, Ms. Wilson. All right, very good. Let's go to Mr. Glassbrook. All right, I have for Mr. Glassbrook, case number Z8086761. Mr. Glassbrook, please state your full name.
Donald Scott Glassbrook.
Good morning to you and Happy New Year.
Good morning, Judge. Happy New Year.
All right, Mr. Glassbrook, how did you do with bringing in the new year, closing out the old year?
Oh, just about as mellow of a New Year as I've ever had. I had my daughter over here, and I wasn't even up for the ball drop. She stayed up a little later because she's getting into some of those little girly movies now. So I watched those with her, and as soon as she's ready for bed, I call it a night for myself. And really mellow, really easy going.
All right, and how did you feel about that?
Better than I thought I would. Honestly, it wasn't too bad at all. I took my daughter for 4 days this weekend, trying to give her mom a break so she could go do her thing on the new year. And I was happy with it. I was happy to do it, happy to have the time with her, and happy to be sober with her. And she is just giving me way more attention now. I think she can just read into how different my attitude is sober as opposed to not.
Yeah, that has to make you feel really good as a father, right?
Oh, it makes me feel great. Absolutely.
Yes. That's awesome. That's awesome. Are you working your program, utilizing your services?
Yep, I got my assessment. I've been in for, I think today is about exactly a month So I finally got in to get my assessment, alcohol assessment next Tuesday, and yep, just following all the steps and settling in for the hall. So.
All right, awesome. Are you having any issues that you need us to address on your behalf?
Nope. I just I'm getting used to it. I'm on the SoberLink blower, so I missed one blow because I failed to set an alarm on my phone, but I got the fail-safe app to send myself additional the blow if I need, or if I do miss a time, but I got alarms set for all 3 times of the day, so I haven't missed one, haven't had any issue.
All right, very good, because it's very important that you don't miss those blows, okay?
Absolutely, yep. Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Mr. Griffin, let me hear from you as to Mr. Glassbrook.
Like he stated, Your Honor, he's also drug testing twice a week, so we're covered. He's doing well. I talked to him a lot over the holidays and stuff, so his attitude changing. He's been spending a lot of time with his daughter, which is great. But I think he's starting to learn some things about him, and treatment is going to be very beneficial. So we talked about that a lot over the holiday. So he have his assessment on Tuesday next week at 8:30 a.m. So I'm looking forward to getting him in the treatment part of this. But as far as like the testing, and he has a lot right on this because you remember, Your Honor, when he first came in the program, he picked up another case, so he does have something pending. So I have to update you on that or whatever. But so far, I mean, he's been in compliance. He's back working. He's doing everything he's supposed to do at this time. So like I said, I'm just really looking forward to him getting the treatment part of it together. So.
All right, very good. Anything from any of the other team members as to Mr. Glassbrook?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Good report, Mr. Glassbrook. Keep up the good work. You're new to the program. You used the word mellow, and I flashed back to the 70s and the 60s, and that was a mellow time for me. Keep up the good work, sir. Happy New Year, and be safe.
I want to know what that means.
Thank you.
I'm scared to ask what that means. I just need you to know everybody in the courtroom is laughing. The physical courtroom, Mr. Green. I know you can't see their faces.
Mellow.
In the 70s.
I hadn't heard that word in a long time, Mr. Glassbrook. Have a
Mr.
good day.
Vikings, help us, Mr. Vikings. What do you want to say? Say something, anything.
I object, Judge. I object.
All right. Mr. Glassbrook, I see you're smiling. I don't think you're old enough to know about the 70s, but just in case you are, just know Mr. Reed, he gave an apology earlier this morning. You heard him give it, and so it would be applicable at this time. Mr. Glassbrook, do you have any questions for the team this morning?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, it's good to see you. Listen, I see how your face lights up when you talk about your daughter and the influence that you're having on her. And that just does my heart well, because she will need that in the next 10, 15, 20, 25 years to come, that her dad was there and sober, able to spend time, quality time with her and build the memories with her. So I want to encourage you to keep going, keep doing what you're doing, okay?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, awesome. Mr. Griffin, what's the next point of contact for Mr. Glassbrook?
Your Honor, Mr. Glassbrook will be having a Zoom hearing with you on January the 19th, 2023, and that'll be at 8:45 a.m.
All right, did you get that, Mr. Glassbrook?
Yes, Your Honor, January 19th, 8:45 a.m.
Yes, sir. All right, you are all set. You are free to leave. Continue to do well and enjoy your day.
Great, thank you, you too.
I'm on my way
right,
down,
thank
Judge. I'm on my way down.
Okay, wonderful. And as soon as I talk to Mr. Griffin, Ms. Smith, I'll do your case. All right. Yes, I have one thing that I need to do. Mr. Green, do you want to update me and tell me what's the deal with Miss Seawright? Because she's here on a day that's not her day.
So yeah, we adjourned her for today, yesterday, Your Honor, because she missed court. She had a phone issue, so she had to get a new phone, but she now has it working. So, I'm sorry, I'm maybe saying that wrong. Her phone was off, so she had to get it reprogrammed to be back on. So now she's here on Zoom.
All right, Miss Seawright, I need you to understand that when your phone is broken on your court day, just the court is open. Just get a ride down here and come in person.
Yes,
because
ma'am.
not having a phone does not excuse you. Now, this time I followed Mr. Green's request and I allowed you to get an adjourned date. I won't do that in the future. Okay, we'll put a warrant out and we'll come and get you. You don't want to go that route, okay? You have to show up for your court date, okay?
Yes.
All right, very good. Mr. Green, are you ready to do her case?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right, awesome. Let's do it. I asked you to schedule it for 10. I want to try to stay as close to that as I can. I have case number 210-451-0401. Mr. Green, place your appearance on the record first.
Yes, Demetrius Green, Specialty Court Case Manager.
All right, thank you, Mr. Green. And then Ms. Seawright, state your name.
Irma Denise Seawright.
All right, thank you. And Happy New Year to you, Ms. Seawright.
Happy New Year's.
All right. Ms. Seawright, tell me, how did you close out last year? How did it go?
It was shocking, but I made it. I did it.
It was shocking to whom? It was shocking to you?
Yeah.
Which part was shocking?
Christmas and New Year's. I mean, I used to be a party person, so it was different. It was different.
I got it. So, but you did it, didn't you?
Yes.
You did. I'm proud of you. I'm glad you did it. You didn't miss any testing, right?
No.
All right, very good. And you followed the guidelines of your program, right?
Yes.
All right, so if you did it for Christmas and New Year's, then you can do it for Valentine's Day, Easter, what else? Mother's Day, Father's Day, all of those holidays. There, your birthday. Look, she even threw in her birthday. She leaned in. Don't think I didn't see you. Come on, Miss Seawright. I'm gonna lean in with you. You can do it on your birthday, okay?
Okay.
You can do it. That means you've got it in you. You can do it. Okay, what do you think helped you to stay on track?
Actually, by talking to Mr. Green and then going to the classes. And at the classes, what scared me at first, because they were saying that around Christmas and New Year's be people relapse time, and then it's my first section at the beginning and it's at the end of the year. So I was scared of that part, but made it.
You made it. I'm proud of you. And I'm so glad you showed up for court today. I'm so glad Mr. Green asked to have your case adjourned for this morning. All right, let me hear from.
And I really was so scared, like, oh my God, I didn't do nothing wrong and I don't want to go to get in trouble because my phone was off. That was like, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, just next time, come down to the court, okay?
Yes.
All right. I was more concerned about your safety. So we want to make sure, you know, when people don't show up, I get concerned. Is something wrong? Is something going on? So I'm glad that you're here and that you're good, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Green, what do you want to tell me about Miss Seawright?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Seawright is doing exceptionally well in the program. She is committed to work in the program. She's committed to following the guidelines and doing everything she needs to do. As you said, I was very surprised when Ms. Seawright didn't show up, more so worried because I know she's been doing so well. So I was wanting to make sure she was okay rather than see if, you know, she was just skipping, because I knew that couldn't be the case. So I just want to say that she's doing great. Continue to work the program, Ms. Seawright, and yeah, keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, Mr. Green.
All right. If nothing else, Mr. Green, what's next for Miss Seawright?
Yes, Your Honor. I will have Ms. Seawright have a return to court date on January 18th, 2022. I'm sorry, 2023 at 8:35 a.m.
All right. Did you get that, Miss Seawright?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. Good. Enjoy the rest of your day. Glad you're doing well. Keep up the great work, okay?
Yes, thank you. Y'all have a good day.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. I am going to, I know I have Mr. Shaw. I need to talk to Mr. Griffin just very quickly, and then we'll go from there. And then I think that's Mr. Shaw, other than getting dates. And everybody's date should be next week, right?
Hello,
Yes, sir. What is your name?
my name is Ali Musla Muhammad Abdul.
Okay. You're here for a trial which begins at 10:45. So for the time being, we're going to ask you to go to a breakout room. You'll be given a message about that, okay?
Sure.
Do you have your own attorney, sir?
No.
Okay, very good. Wait for an invitation to a breakout room.
Okay. So you just wait in the same room?
Sir, wait until you get an invitation to a breakout room. You can mute yourself. We're in court right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Like,
Madam Court Reporter, Ms. Wilson.
Good morning, Mr. Gruenbaum. I just sent you a chat.
Yes, I saw it. Just wanted to make sure you don't need me. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
No, I was saying call the clerk.
Oh, call the clerk? Okay,
Yeah, put the number's in the chat.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Mr. Fikens?
Yes, sir, Mr. Reed.
Are we okay?
Yeah, we're okay. It's a little confusing, but we're okay.
Hey, Jesse. Hey, Attorney Fiken.
Hey,
Happy
Ms.
New
Welch,
Year
how
to
you
you.
doing?
Ms. Bremish, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Mr. Fiken, you got the report for my case for today, the sentencing?
Is that,
Anderson?
yeah, I do.
Okay, okay.
I don't know if he was asked to come in personally, but I know Judge probably wants him to drug test at some time.
Yeah, probably so. I didn't think about that though.
So I want to.
Did he zoom in at all?
He zoomed in. He's here. So I'll wait to see what the judge wants to do. But we're ready.
Mr. Fikens, did you talk to someone in the breakout room?
Yes. Talked to several people in the breakout room.
Who do we have?
Mr. Adams, Mr. Allgood, Mr. Anderson, and Mr. Abdel so far.
Adams, Allgood, Anderson, and who was the fourth one?
Abdo.
Abdul. I'm not seeing a lot of those names on the docket.
Okay, well, look under the pre-trials for the first three names I gave you.
$130?
No. No, the pre-trials at, see pre-trials at 9:30,
940, okay.
9:30. We have Adams.
Thank you. All right. We are back in session. Ms. Smith, I have had a sidebar with Mr. Griffin. He is going to come back on. He went back upstairs, and Miss Wilson, if you could make sure that Ms. Smith and Mr. Griffin go to a breakout room, that would be great. And good morning to you, Ms. Brimage. I know you have a couple of cases with me. I have one more case I need to do, and then I'll turn it over. I'll get your cases done.
Okay.
All right, very good. I'm ready on Ms. Shaw, Mr. Shaw.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, good morning, Mr. Shaw.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, Mr. Shaw, we've got some issues.
Yes, we do.
We do. We have some issues. All right. Let's go ahead and place your case number on the record. Has any of the attorneys talked with Mr. Shaw?
Your Honor, no, he is prepared to make his admission. He and I have had several conversations over the last couple of days, as well as while we were on break. I did miss one call from him on the 29th, and that was surrounding the time of his missed screen, but I will talk about that more when we want to present.
All right, very good. Let me place the case number on the record, SP 111-50151. Mr. Shaw, state your full name.
Daniel Enrique Shaw, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Cleveland, tell us what's going on.
Your Honor, I would like to present that on or about December 17th, that Mr. Shaw had a positive screen for marijuana. It was a small amount, and then there was some declining numbers going forward that I was seeing. There were declining numbers until it kind of stabilized a little bit, and the decline has kind of stopped. So usually that's indicative of someone who is no longer using, but very possibly may have had new use. I'm not for sure if that has occurred because I'm waiting for some more test results.
But Mr. Shaw has been with us long enough that he should be zero.
He should be zero, Your Honor, and he was actually zero because he's had some recent address. He went into the inpatient treatment for other substances. But what my concern is, Your Honor, of course, is when he had his last relapse, it started the same way. There was a little bit of marijuana use, and then it, spiraled into a full-on relapse where he did end up in treatment therapy inpatient, Your Honor. So I had a conversation with him. I was talking to him about his use. He was very apologetic. He makes his assurances that he's going to refrain from doing things. But I believe what's going on with Mr. Shaw, based on what I saw and what's been unfolding, is On the 29th, I did miss his call. I was at work that day, but I was doing a different assignment that day, so there was something that, you know, he might have wanted to discuss with me or inform me of, so I missed it. And we went out for the holiday. I did not return his call until I alerted him that he had court this on the 3rd, which was adjourned to today, Your Honor. But in the meanwhile, what he did explain to me during that time from the 3rd to now is that he has been suffering from some medical issue related to dental. His first turn to things is typically to self-medicate and to use. Your Honor, he did provide me the medical documentations of him receiving treatment for this issue. But on the 29th, it appears when I talked to him further, is he was making contact with me because he was struggling. He wanted to use, he wanted to go out and obtain something for self-healing. And he was afraid to go out of the home that day. I know he missed his drop that day, but he was afraid. He says he is apologetic to the court. He said that he does not want to miss, he does not want to be out of the program. He does, Your Honor, I'm just going to mention, he does have a new job. I don't think they are as aware of what was going on as his previous employer was, Your Honor. The other thing is this too, that I would like to say, and I'm saying this to him as well. I do not believe that the treatment therapy that he keeps reconnecting to, which he has done consistently, when he was using, he made contact with them. I don't believe he's at a certain venue, and I don't believe they're giving him adequate resources for him. Yes.
Okay.
And there was a change up there, you know,
I
with
know.
that person, and he was very well connected to that person. And that happened while he was in treatment therapy inpatient. And now he's seeing them still, but it's not as accessible as it was before. I am presenting that I believe that he is not getting appropriate therapies that give him the tools he needs at this time to offset what he's doing with the minimal picking. Well, I'm not gonna even call it minimal, the picking up and using of something to self-medicate. This is something he should have been learning. He's been in our program for such a long time. He has been on this road before. I am very afraid for him to relapse again, Your Honor. And, but I believe he needs help. I believe he needs new services, a new assessment. I believe he needs all of that again, to get him back on his path, which, you know, I'm waiting on results now. It just seems to be kind of stable. There's no other substances. He tested today. I'm waiting for the results from today's test, Your Honor. And I am not gonna recommend jail for him, although I know that he has had a cycle of jail as well as inpatient therapy, but I believe that if he gets appropriate treatment that is going to address his specific circumstance and his specific issues, we could possibly turn this around without jail time.
All right. Mr. Reed, you heard the presentation from so your recommendation is to get a new assessment, which we're gonna do today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and get him into the appropriate level of care.
Yes, Your
And we'll
Honor.
do that today.
Yes.
Understanding that there was, at one time, you were doing so well at the facility, and I know they made some changes, and sometimes that can cause, you know, a little bit of turbulence, and
Yes.
so. All right, Mr. Reed, you heard Ms. Cleveland's presentation. In response, do you have anything?
Judge, I would have no objections to Ms. Cleveland's recommendation for a reassessment and getting him into the proper level of care. Mr. Shaw has been in the program a while. I know Mr. Shaw. I've been in breakout rooms with Mr. Shaw. He's a good guy. He's a good person. He wants help. I know he is struggling at certain times, and we need to help him, and reassessment is the start. So I would have no objections, Judge. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. Shaw, what do you want to say to me? Who did you bring with you today?
That's my girlfriend, Simona Hill.
Okay, good morning to you. Is it still morning? It is. Good morning. Thank you so much for being supportive. All right, what do you want to tell me, Mr. Shaw?
Your Honor, I made some bad decisions, which is obvious. I would just like one more chance to get this in order, and I promise you won't be disappointed. I won't disappoint myself. I want to stay in this program. I want to complete it. I am going to meetings, and I have a sponsor.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I talked to Keith Graham 2 days ago, but he is with Lighthouse now. He
Yes.
said
Yes, I know.
I was trying to get into his groups, but Ms. Cleveland brought up that maybe I should go to another therapist or another.
We're gonna get you reassessed. We're gonna get you reassessed, right, Ms. Cleveland?
Yes.
All right, very good. Listen, I want to say to you, Mr. Shaw, that you're not disappointing me. You know, as you know, I have high hopes for you because I've seen you do well. So I know you have the ability to do well. What I want to make sure is that we're preparing you for life, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And so I don't want you out there dibble dabbling, self-medicating, because one self-medicating technique will lead to other self-medicating techniques, okay?
Yes.
And it'll take you further and further down a rabbit hole that's just not good. And you have too much to lose, and I don't want you to lose those things, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what I want you to do, and what I want to know is, do I still have your commitment to work hard to get back on track?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. If I have your commitment to do that, then I'm gonna follow the recommendation from Ms. Cleveland on today. I need him to be reassessed. I need to know what his new plan will be. And then I need him to start it immediately. I need to know what it is so he can start it immediately. And then we'll go from there. How does that sound to you, Mr. Shaw?
Sounds good, Your Honor.
All right, very good. That's because I believe in you, Mr. Shaw. I know you can do this.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I know you can. I've seen you do it.
I can.
I know you can. We hit little, bumps in the road, and that happens. And so you can do it, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so Ms. Cleveland, I need you to circle back with me today and let me know what the results are with respect to the reassessment. What would be his next date of contact with the court or with you?
Your Honor, I would like to have him appear again via Zoom on January 19th, 2023, at 8:35 a.m. just to do a follow-up with him, and I'm going to check his numbers again for his screening, and I'll be able to report to you more accurately what's going on at that time, Your Honor.
All right, sounds good. All right, let's do it. Let's get you reassessed.
Ma'am.
All right, thank you, Mr. Shaw. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right, you're very welcome.
And I'm just gonna see him in the room.
All right, very good. All right, I need to do my last case for specialty court, and then I'll go to my probation docket. Mr. Griffin, are we ready on Alexandria Smith?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. I have case number 22L011670D. Ms. Smith, state your full name for the record.
It's Alexandria Smith.
All right, good morning to you, Ms. Smith.
Good morning.
All right, we have hit a little snag in the road, and I know that between Ms. Attorney Warfield and Mr. Griffin, that they have explained to you what's going on, right?
Correct, yes.
All right, so I was presented with the question as to whether or not you would be able to drive a rental car and blow into a solar link, which would replace the interlock that the Secretary of State has deemed necessary and has deemed that it's required in order for you to drive. And so I want to make sure that you know, as I expressed to Attorney Warfield, and I also expressed to Mr. Griffin on this morning, I don't have the authority to alter what the Secretary of State has determined to be the mechanism by which you are able to legally drive a motor vehicle. I don't have the authority. I couldn't do it if I wanted to. And so I don't have the authority to do that. You are prohibited, because of your situation in Michigan, you are prohibited from operating a motor vehicle without an interlock device attached to that vehicle. Those results are reported directly to the Secretary of State, as well as, well, they're reported to Smart Start, and they're required to report it directly to the Secretary of State and to the court. And so I cannot in any way alter what the Secretary of State has said as to this. These are the requirements in order for you to drive. So I don't know how that impacts your plans for January 12th with respect to your job, but that's where we are. You can't drive a motor vehicle. And if you're caught driving a motor vehicle without an interlock, not only are you facing jail time, but you are also facing having the Secretary of State say, you know what, we just not gonna give her a license for a long time. And you don't want that. You don't want that. You want to be able to regain your footing, and you will. You will be able to do that. It does take time. Due to the nature of your charges, it does take time. So I'm going to hear from Mr. Griffin and then Mr. Reed, and then I'll hear from you, Ms. Smith. If there's anything you'd like me to understand, go ahead.
No, Judge, I had an opportunity to talk to Ms. Smith. Like I said, we had a lot of conversation over the last week or so, or whatever. So I think she got a clear understanding of what's going on. She's going to contact her employment and get them the results that that we share with her today, and let them make a decision on where's the employment at this point. So I told her as soon as she knows anything about that or whatever, she needs to contact me so we can put the right perimeters in place just in case she is allowed to travel. But other than that, Your Honor, as far as me having a case for the last couple of weeks, she's been very pleasant to work with. Haven't had any problems or anything with her. She's testing at jam. She also had her interlock. So nothing positive. Everything has been clean. So we just ran into that, and so we're just trying to get that worked out. But other than that, Your Honor, she's been in compliance, and we'll move forward from there after we find out, after she contacted her employer today. But she's understanding. She understands that we do not have the right, or you don't even have that right to make that decision.
All right, very good. Thank you. Mr. Reed, having heard what's been placed on the record, is there anything you'd like to add?
Judge, just that the Secretary of State issued driving licenses and restricted licenses, and if they're requiring an interlock in the vehicle that Ms. Smith drives, there must be an interlock in that vehicle. And that's per the Secretary of State. We have no authority, the court has no authority to change the Secretary of State's mandates. I'm sorry about that, but that's just the way it is. I've heard that you're working the program. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. We're proud of you. Be proud of yourself. Happy New Year to you. But that interlock device has to be in a vehicle that you operate, my understanding. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Smith, what do you want to tell me? I know that this is a whole lot.
I'm just gonna call them back after I leave here to let them know exactly what happened today in court, because they did call me while I was here. So I can just follow back up with them and just let them know everything that happened. And then once they tell me yes or no, then I can still just follow back up with Mr. Griffin and let him know too, so he can let you guys know.
All right, awesome. Listen, I don't know why you wouldn't be able to Uber, Lyft. And again, I can't run things at another employer's shop or in another employer's shop, but I just want you to know, think of some creative ways where you can Uber, Lyft, whatever you need to do in order to be in compliance, because this is not gonna last forever. But if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you're gonna make it last a lot longer than it has to, okay?
Yes.
All right, do you have any questions for the team? I know we've kept you a long time this morning, but I needed to make sure, and I'm glad Mr. Griffin did come down, because I was clearing up one thing and he had a different thing he needed to clear up with me. So is there anything that you have for the rest of the team?
No, not today or right now.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Griffin, what would be the next point of contact for Ms. Smith?
Yeah, I'm gonna put her on Tuesday at 9:45 just for a placeholder in case anything changed. I will have her back next Thursday, but that's supposed to be the date that she possibly can go to training. So I like to bring her back on the Veterans Day after they get finished with the docket at 9:45. So if I have an update before then, I will definitely update you and then we can adjust that court date.
All right, awesome. So I'm sorry, did you give me a date though?
Yeah, January the 10th, Your Honor, 2023 at 9:45 a.m.
Can y'all turn him up just a little bit? January 10th?
Yep, at 9:45 a.m. after the veterans.
Okay, very good. All right, and then Mr. Griffin, just keep me posted if you all find out something.
Okay,
prior
I
to, okay?
definitely will, Judge.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Ms. Smith. Hang in there.
Okay, I will.
All right, thank you.
All
Bye-bye.
right, thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you, Mr. Griffin. Great job. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's do it. I am ready. Ms. Brimage, thank you for your patience on this morning.
You're welcome.
Are you ready?
Yes, I just had the one case judge is scheduled for sentencing today. So
All
Mr.
right.
Fikens read the report already, and we were wondering.
Did you give me the report? Okay. What's the last name on your case? What time did I
Anderson.
schedule it for? Anderson?
Mhm.
Yes. Okay, very good. And Mr. Anderson is on with us?
I think so. He went in the breakout room with Mr. Fiken earlier, so he was here. I'm not sure where he's
Can we
at
bring
now.
him in from the breakout room?
Your Honor, he's in a breakout room. He can be brought back
So we
in.
did have a question, Judge. Did you, can you look down? You have the report yet?
I'm about to get it now.
Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
can you go to the last page, the second page, and see results? So did you want him to come in person or did you?
Oh, yes, he has to come in person.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. I need him to come in. He's
Okay.
gonna have to come in today or tomorrow. What's better for you?
Either one. I have court with you tomorrow also.
Okay.
Judge,
Mr. Anderson, you're gonna have to come in and see me on tomorrow. I need you to be here at 8:30 a.m., okay? Can
unmute
Mr.
yourself,
Anderson
please.
hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I need you to be here tomorrow physically at 36th District Court at 8:30 a.m., okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So let me place these
And
case
that'll be
numbers
here.
on the record. I'm put them on the record just real quick. SP 122-26803, SP 135-799, counts 2 and 3, Z 808-6771, and SP 135-79931. Mr. Anderson, state your full name. Mr. Anderson, unmute, put your face in the camera and state your full name for me.
Mr. Maurice Darrell Anderson.
All right, thank you. Ms. Brimage?
Yes, Jasmine Brimage on behalf of the probation department.
All right, thank you, Ms. Brimage. And then Mr. Fikens, there was something you wanted to say to the court?
No, Your Honor, I would just wanted to ask him, but this court already did it, that he come in tomorrow. And I wanted to let Mr. Anderson know that I'll be here tomorrow morning as well. So any other questions, we can answer them then.
All right, awesome, very good. So I'm adjourning this matter to tomorrow, January 6th, 2023. I will put it on, he needs to be here at 8:30, Ms. Brimage, and I know you have other courts, so then you can come see me, let us know, and we'll get you done.
Okay.
And so, yes, if we could do that for tomorrow.
All right.
Anything else for my consideration?
No, Your Honor, but Mr. Anderson, when you come in tomorrow, can you go straight to the lab on the 3rd floor, then go to the courtroom?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, very good. Thank you so much, sir. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
Okay, all right, you're very welcome.
All right,
Thank
so
you. That's all you have
I
for
think
me?
that's all I have for you today. Yes.
All right, very good. Let's do it. I'm gonna call the remainder of my morning docket. Are we ready?
There might be some
Yes.
people, Your Honor, in breakout rooms. Perhaps the breakout rooms can be closed down at this time and the people brought in the courtroom.
Okay.
We have Miss Emma here, she's interpreter for Mr. Alvarado. He needs to go into a breakout room, but the conference room is being used.
Okay, who's it? Oh, she's doing Mr. Shaw. Okay, all right. Does Mr. Alvarado have his cell phone where they can get on Zoom out in the little lobby part?
Can you check and see if he has a cell phone, Miss Emma?
Good morning, Ms. Hernandez.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I am well, thank you. What time was he scheduled for? Oh, I see, 10:45.
Yes, Judge.
Oh, these are trials.
Yes, and the officers are here for him.
Okay.
Yes.
Does he have a phone to get on Zoom?
Yeah, but he doesn't know how to get into.
All right. We're gonna have to ask can someone ask Miss Cleveland if we could borrow that conference room just for a moment? He needs to speak with an attorney because the officers are here on his trial. So that means I'm going to go to my 10:45 a.m. docket because I don't want to have officers sitting around. I think there was a James Adams I thought I saw for pre-trial.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Fikens, did you all work something out?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I see Mr. Allgood is here for pretrial, and there's a Keisha Allen that's here for pretrial. If they will come on while you all are getting these trials together, I will do their cases.
Thank you, Judge. We're ready to go.
Are you ready on Mr. Allgood? He has his camera on.
Yes, Your Honor, we're ready.
All right, let's do Mr. Allgood. I have the following for Mr. Allgood. SP, can we kick y'all out just for a minute? All right, the interpreter needs that room. All right, even if you have to go over to the little corner.
Yes, I'm just gonna go ahead and take him upstairs.
Okay, thank you.
And I'll report back with you.
All right, wonderful. All right, for Mr. Allgood, I have SP 138-1639, counts 1, 2, and 3. Mr. Allgood, please unmute and state your name for the record. Unmute your phone for me, or unmute your device. Mr. Allgood, I'm sending you a record. There you go, state your name for me. Yes, I can hear you, state your name.
Frederick Dennis Allgood.
Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Fikens, how are we proceeding today?
Thank you, Your Honor. My client would like to avail himself of the offer. He'll be turned a plea of guilty to driving open alcohol in a motor vehicle driver, asking this court to reduce that to open alcohol passenger and dismissing the other two matters upon payment of any costs and fines.
All right, very good. Mr. Allgood, please raise your right hand.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you swear or affirm? You got a lighter in your right hand. Take that. Okay. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you. You may place your hand down. Mr. Fikens, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, you understand that in these matters, you have a right to a trial, correct?
Yes.
And you wish to waive that right and plead guilty on one of the matters today, correct?
Yes.
Are you making this decision freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has anybody forced you into doing this or promised you anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Sir, I direct your attention back to the date and time of the citation. On that date and at that time, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes, sir.
And was there open alcohol in your vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I'm satisfied.
All right. Thank you, counsel. I'm accepting the plea of guilty. I'm amending the charge to open alcohol in a motor vehicle as a passenger. I am assessing cost in the amount of $200. And the fine will be $25. How quickly can you get that paid, sir?
Well, I don't like to lie, Your Honor. I'm going to need, I can pay that at the end of next month.
At the end of next month, and I'm going to give you that time, sir. I'm going to schedule this for review on February 24th, 2023 at 10:30 a.m.
Excuse me, Judge Honor. Judge Honor. I don't like to lie. I said the end of this month, at least about the 28th, I'm good. I'm good.
Of January?
next month, because I'm a disabled veteran, Vietnam vet. I'm good. I will have that for you, but it has to be about the 27th or 28th. Give me them 2 days and I got you.
Okay, so I will schedule. Oh, okay, thank you. I'm gonna schedule you then for February 28th.
Thank you.
2023 at 10. Let me do one better. Hold on one second. I'm going to schedule you for March 1st, okay?
Thank you so very much.
March 1st, 2023 at 10:30 a.m. I'm adjourning this for you to pay, okay?
Okay.
And once you pay, then I'll dismiss your other 2 matters, okay?
Thank you so very much. That's 225, correcto?
Yes, sir. I believe that's what it is.
All right, well, happy belated New Year to you also.
All right. Thank you, sir. Take care. Bye-bye. You are free to leave.
Thank you so very much.
Bye-bye. You're welcome. Are we ready on Mr. Adams? James Adams? Where's Mr. Adams? Unmute yourself, Mr. Adams. Good morning. Yes. Good morning. I didn't see Mr. Wade sitting out there either. Good morning. You need to talk to me after I finish my document. All right. Mr. Adams, let's do it. Mr. Allgood is good. All right. Let's go with Mr. Adams. I have the following matters. I have case numbers SP 106-60681, SP 106-62031, SP 106-9172, counts 1 and 2, SP 108-5205, counts 1 and 2, SX 380400001, case number SP 106-60683, SP 106-77731, SP 108-5193, 3 counts 1 and 2, case number SX 3804000, counts 2 and 3. Mr. Adams, please state your name for the record.
James Maurice Adams.
All right, thank you. Let me get Adams' file when you get a second. All right. Mr. Fikens, and good morning to you, Mr. Adams. All right. Mr. Fikens, how are we proceeding?
Judge, my client would like to avail himself of the offer. It will be tendering a plea of guilty to misdemeanor and the 2 first cases the court read. They're both license cases ending in 0681 and 2031. He'll be tendering a plea of guilty to both of those, asking this court to reduce both of them to fail to display. He'll also be tendering a plea of responsible on 2 disregarding red signal cases, civil infractions ending in 683 and 731. Both of those, we would be asking this court pursuant to the recommendation to reduce to blockading traffic. The other matters would be dismissed upon payment of all costs and fines.
All right.
And
so,
Judge,
Ms.
I do want to.
Give me 1 second, Miss Matt. Please run a current summary for him, because he has a number of things on this summary. And you know, if people owe us money, I don't take their plea. They've got to show me they're going to be truthful about accepting responsibility. And so let me get a recent summary. Mr. Vikings?
Well, first of all the hearings will be in default, Judge. So the unstated request is that those matters be taken out of default for both the plea of responsibles and for the dismissals. And I believe that's being done with the prosecution's consent.
All right. I'm just trying to make sure everything is accounted for. I don't know. Shit, it's worse than the last one. This stuff is not in order. So I don't know what's what. I don't see the ones that he's supposed to plead guilty to. Yeah, I don't have those in the file.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
No, hold on 1 second, sir. I'm trying to get my bearings. Give me just 1 second, please. Yeah, Mr. Fikens, he's got a number of things. And so give me 1 second, because the stuff that you're saying your client is pleading guilty to, one of them, at least the first one, is not, no, both of them are not in the file. So I'm gonna have to pass this back to Ms. Mack, because I can't hear. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
He just called me. I'm like, dang, he said you about to do last night. My bad. I'm sorry.
Mr. Pikens, how are we doing?
Doing fine.
Ms. Mack, or Mr. Adams, I need you to reconcile what's on the docket versus what's on this sheet, because I don't take pleas if he doesn't, if he has other stuff. So I've already written out the ones that guilty and responsible by the ones that he's going to be accepting on today. And so if you could make sure I have ROAs, that would be good. All right, I'm gonna have to pass on them. I'm not ready, Mr. Fikens. I'm sorry, Mr. Adams, you're gonna have to wait just for a moment. All right. All right, let's go to Ms. Kaisa Allen. I have case number SP 125-54641. Ms. Allen, state your full name for me, please.
Kaisa Allen.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your patience this morning. All right,
Not a
Mr.
problem.
Fikens. Ms.
Yes,
Allen
Judge.
has some other things in here too, so what we doing? 1 second. It looks like she has some adjourned to pays, some January, something scheduled for January 10th, something scheduled for January 6th. Did you know that, does that sound familiar to you, Ms. Allen?
I
You have some
haven't
other things
received
scheduled?
notifications for those yet.
Mr. Fikens, she's got a number of other things in her file with some future court dates. One is an adjourned pay, so you knew about that one. You have something that you need to pay. Ms. Mack, I'm gonna have to give this back to you. You'll have to reconcile this for me as well. I don't take pleas if people have other stuff out there. I don't do it. It's just not a good practice. All right, I'm gonna have to pass on you too, Ms. Allen. My apologies. I'm ready to go to my litigation schedule. Are we ready on those matters for the trials at 10:45?
Yes, Your Honor. We have Mr. Corbin here. That's going to be dismissed due to compliance.
All right, tell me your client's name or the defendant's name.
Yes, Your Honor. The defendant's name is Habib Al-Hadai.
Thank you. I'm calling case number B50167422. Is your client present?
You know, Judge, I don't see him, and I've been trying to get a hold of him I haven't been able to this morning. He knows about this court date. But I will say that, I mean, there's a certificate of compliance that he provided me 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I don't know if he felt like that was the end of it or what, but we would just ask that the case be dismissed.
All right, Mr. Rosenthal, Attorney Rosenthal, do you have any issue with waiving the defendant's opinions?
I have no issue, Your Honor. At the moment, also, we don't have the inspector here, which, I mean, they will show, but if they look that there's compliance, I think, you know, I think that that's fair. So I think I have no objection.
All right, then I'm going to dismiss the matter without prejudice. Thank you both. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good morning.
All right.
Thank you, Your
You
Honor.
do the same and Happy New Year. All right. Who else do we have ready for trial? No
We
other
have-
retained counsel?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Fikens?
We have a Mr. Abdo in breakout room. I don't know if he's back yet or not, but his officer has not checked in as far as I know.
All right, let's bring Mr. Abdo in. I'm ready to call it. I have case number SX 409-37182. Bring Mr. Abdo in.
Those, 2 of those at the top on that summary are defaults. They're in default, and those are the prices on them. And she only had this one ticket. Those other tickets that were in there belong to someone else. So she's good.
Okay,
And
wonderful.
that's a duplicate. That's just the ROA.
But she
right
has,
there. That-
you said that this is the one that's on my docket,
Correct.
right? And then these 2 are
in default.
in default, so
Yes,
she's
ma'am.
gotta pay those.
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
That's
thank
what she
you.
included. Now, Mr. Adams is gonna take me a little.
Okay,
longer.
I understand. All right, while we're waiting on Mr. Abdo, let's go back to Miss Allen. She's not in as bad shape as I thought she was, Mr. Fikens. Miss Allen, are you there?
Yes.
Miss Allen? Turn your camera on. All right, Mr. Fikens for Miss Allen. Again, I have SP 125-54641. Miss Allen, state your name one more time for me.
Keisha Allen.
All right, thank you. Miss Allen, you do have 2 matters that are in default here at 36th District Court, and you owe us money. So, Mr. Fikens, what were you all doing with the charge that's before me today?
We were going to take a plea on that, Judge, and I'm wondering, that was a plea from unregistered motor vehicle to improper plates, and I'm wondering as to the 2 civil infractions, if the city might weigh in on that and see if they'd be willing to set aside the default and dismiss the 2 civil infractions.
Mr. Rosenthal,
client-
the 2 civil infractions are failure to stop at a stop sign and expired plates.
That's fine, Your Honor. We can do on the fill for the stop sign blockading and dismiss the remainder.
So you wanted to plead on both the,
No, just the one civil, and then I'll dismiss the other 2.
oh, thank you.
Mhm.
Yes,
Oh,
we are-
okay, that was very nice.
Very
Okay,
generous.
very good. All right, very good. Raise your right hand, Miss Allen. Miss Allen, all right, do you swear
Yes.
or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you
Yes,
God.
ma'am. Yes.
All right, thank you. You may place your hand down, Mr. Fikens. Go ahead and proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, you understand that in these matters, these 3 matters, you have a right to a trial and formal hearing, correct?
Yes.
And you wish to waive that right and enter a responsible plea on one of the civil infractions today, correct?
Yes.
Are you making this decision freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you into doing this or promised you anything to get you to plead responsible today?
No.
Back on, ma'am, I direct your attention back to the date and time of this incident. Were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
You were doing so without, or do you disregard a red signal? Is that the charge? You did that, ma'am? You plead responsible to
Yes.
that? I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
All right, I am satisfied. I'm accepting the plea of responsible. I am amending the charge to blockading traffic and assessing the statutory fine in the amount of $175 How quickly can you get that paid? You won't get your dismissals until you have paid your fine in full.
Can I have till the end of the month?
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. I will set this for a review. I'll set it for review. And that date will be on Tuesday, January 31st, 2023 at 10:30 a.m. As long as you get it paid, you do not have to come back to court. Your other two matters will automatically be dismissed, okay?
Thank you.
All right, you're very welcome. Thank you for your patience this morning. All right, very good. It's gonna take a second on the other matter, Mr. Francis, because he has a number of tickets. And so now I'm going to go to Mr. Abdu. He has joined us. I have for Mr. Abdu state case number SX 409-37182. Mr. Abdu, state your full name, please.
You're muted, sir. Unmute yourself, sir.
Okay, you got it?
Please state your name for the record, sir.
Ali Muslah Muhammad Abdu.
Thank you, sir. This matter is scheduled for trial today. Ms. Mack, he does have a count one, that's a civil infraction. Can you tell me the status of that civil infraction? Yes, ma'am. It's, what is it? Oh, SX 409-3718, and it would be count one.
That is a civil infraction, is in default. Yes.
How much does he owe?
120.
All right, you owe us $120. Can you pay your civil infraction?
Yes, ma'am.
When can you get it paid?
I didn't pay it yet. I didn't pay nothing because I don't know. I have that ticket for 125.
I asked when can you get it paid? When can you get it paid?
I can get it paid on it like a week.
All right, wonderful. So this is what I'm going to do. Mr. Vikings, he's going to get his dismissal as soon as he pays that civil infraction. And so for count one, I'm going to schedule count one for a review. That will be on, that's count one? Yes. All right, very good. Thank you. Count one, that I'm going to review this for payment. I'll schedule this on next week, Friday, which will be January 13th. You said you need a week, right?
Yes, Honor.
Okay, January 13th, 2023 at 10:30 a.m. As long as you pay it, you don't have to come back. Your other matter will be dismissed, okay?
Yes, Honor. I can ask one more question, please.
Yes, sir.
I don't vote for my license. I have hearings, soon. But they're gonna show it off to the state of Michigan because they're gonna deny me and I have to wait for another year.
Okay, you'll have to talk to your attorney, sir. I can't advise you, okay?
And Judge, we did talk about that. I instructed him that defaults, they do send off to the Secretary of State, and the Secretary of State takes whatever action they wish to, and that courts can't undo what the Secretary of State has already done. So if points have been assessed, unfortunately, we can't unassess them because points which might affect his ability to get a license is not something that in your jurisdiction.
That's right. So you have advised him correctly. So Mr. Abdu, you just have to go through the process, okay?
Sure, my Honor.
All right, make sure you get your civil infraction paid, okay?
I will. Next Friday, 10
All
o'clock
right.
in the morning. Thank you so much.
All right, you're very
So is
welcome.
that-
Take care.
So the driver is dismissed?
It's gonna be dismissed on next week, Friday, after you pay your fine, okay?
Thank you so much and have a great day.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Are we ready on any other trial matters? Mr. Abdu, you're free to leave. All right. I can
Judge.
call the rest of my trial docket.
Yes, Judge.
All right, I'm calling Abundio Alvarado, case number U 647-76922.
Judge, on that matter, there is an interpreter. I have not talked to that person. So
He's in the
I
breakout
believe in the
room.
breakout
He's
room.
in the breakout room. Can somebody go in and talk with him, please?
I'll go
He's in
in.
the breakout room.
Put me in the breakout room.
And Mr. Reed,
All right.
so you know, the offer is the usual offer from the
Okay.
prosecutor.
DC. Okay,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you. Put me in the breakout room.
Thank
with
you. All right. What about for Antonio Austin?
Your Honor, we do have 3 officers here on that case. I don't believe we have the defendant. I'm not positive if we do, but I don't believe we do.
I have
Is
not
Mr.
seen him.
Austin checked in? Oh, go ahead, Mr. Fikens.
Yeah, I have not seen him. He's not checked in with me, Your Honor. So I have no knowledge of his whereabouts.
All right. Very good. Very good. I am ready to call it, and I'll have the officers place their name and badge number. Let me call the case numbers first. I have case number SP 114-22571, SP 119-9708, counts 2 and 3, SP 120-71401, SP 121-21641, case number 136-036. 351, case number 215-18781, counts 1 and 3. And this is for Antonio Jamar Austin. Would the law enforcement personnel please place your appearance, your name and badge number on the record?
Officer Martinez, badge number 2741.
Thank you, Officer Martinez. All right, I see Corporal Jones.
Yep, Corporal Alonzo Jones, Detroit Police, badge 4232.
Thank you and good morning to you. And then I see Police Officer Hatter.
Yes, ma'am. Officer Derek Hatter, badge number 1532.
All right, thank you and good morning to you. For all of the officers, thank you for showing up. The defendant has failed. Oh, there's one more. Officer, place your name and badge number on the record.
Officer Ibrahimovic, badge number 1417.
All right, thank you and good morning to you.
Good morning,
I'm
K2.
satisfied that I've given the defendant ample time to appear. Capias will issue, this is at the trial phase. Capias will issue, the bond will be set at $50 cash or surety as to each matter. All right, thank you officers for showing up, and be safe and Happy New Year to each one of you.
Thank you, ma'am. Happy New Year.
Thank you, officers. Stay
All
safe.
right. All right. I believe that ends my trial schedule. I still have a number of cases I still need to put on the record, right?
And then, Your Honor, we do just have Officer Sears here. She is waiting just on that one case that we have with Alvarado, but she is present.
All right,
Correct, Your
very
Honor.
good. Mr. Fikens, Miss Mack is still working on Mr. Adams. Miss Mack, I'm gonna ask you, well, I can talk to Mr. Wade, just because I don't want you just to be sitting. Come on, Mr. Wade. All right, I'm sorry. It's one of those mornings, and I have a 1:30 today. They scheduled me for 1:30. All right, if you can mute me, Miss,
Mr. Rosenthal, can we go back in the breakout room just for a second?
Yes, with me, ma'am?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Just click the breakout room. It should send you back to 5, and I'm gonna go in there now.
Okay.
Mhm.
No, o usted dice sí o no.
Mr. Reed, how we doing?
Well, we're good. I'm ready to put mine on the record.
Very good.
Are we in recess? What's going on?
She's talking with, I believe, Mr. Wade.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me.
Yes, Mr. Adams.
Attorney Reed, did we come to any resolution in that one matter with the translator?
Yes, Attorney Rosenthal. My client would be entering a plea. I understand that it was an offer to amend the DC, disorderly conduct.
Correct. With with the other conditions as well.
With the other
normal
conditions? Oh, yes, with the class and the
test.
plans and terms. We're aware of that. I'm asking the court to accept a no contest plea.
That's fine with me. I won't object to that. I'll let the officer know now. Thank you so much. Never mind. Oh, let's see. And Officer Sears, we should be good to go. Just wait on the judge. They're going to be entering a plea. Thank you so
No
much,
problem.
ma'am.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, well, yeah, so. And I think that 24 is actually. Yep. No, I'm talking about when you missed your day. They're showing you the failure to appear to no show was on the 24th. The 23rd, they didn't want to like, or whatever. I know that. Twenty-fourth is not the 24th. Christmas Day, actually. And that's the day after. So, okay, so you got a job today, you're going to dance today, right? Okay, yeah, that'll be good.
Different sides.
I'm ready on Mr. Alvarado, case number U 647-76922. Ms. Hernandez, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that you will interpret the words as spoken by the parties in today's proceedings and that you will do so completely and accurately without any additions or deletions, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
Thank you. Please state your name as well as your qualifications.
My name is Emma Hernandez, SCAO qualified Spanish interpreter, Your Honor.
And you're interpreting today from English to?
Spanish.
And Spanish to English.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Please have Mr. Alvarado place his name on the record.
Por favor, señor Alvarado, diga su nombre para que conste en el acta.
Mi nombre es Abundio Ruiz Alvarado.
My name is Abundio Ruiz Alvarado.
Thank you. All right, today is the date scheduled for trial. How are the parties proceeding?
Yes, Judge. Yes, Judge, thank you. There's a recommendation to amend the disorderly conduct. We will be taking that offer. We're asking the court to accept a no contest plea.
Nosotros vamos a pedir la recomendación de tomar la recomendación de enmendar el caso a conducta desordenada y nosotros vamos a introducir una declaración de no contest, de que no discute los cargos. Okay.
All right. Mr. Alvarado, please raise your right hand.
Señor Alvarado, ahora levante su mano derecha.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Usted jura que el testimonio que va a dar aquí va a ser la verdad y nada más que la verdad en el nombre de Dios?
Sí.
Yes.
Thank you. You may place your hand down.
Ahora. Thank you.
Mr. Reed, you may proceed.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Before you do that, Officer Sears was on. I'm sorry, Mr. Rosenthal. I need her to place her name and badge number on the record.
Absolutely, Your Honor. Good morning. May it please this honorable court. Officer Sears, if you could please place your badge number and name on the record for us.
Officer Sears, badge 3938, Detroit Police Department, 4th Precinct.
Okay.
Thank you.
We need your picture. Does your picture come up? I have to capture her image. There we go. Good morning.
Necesitamos verla. Buenos días, señora. Por favor, el nombre para que conste en el acta. Mi nombre es Tabitha Sears y el número es 393-93 de la policía de Detroit.
All right. Mr. Reed, now you may proceed.
Okay, señor Reed, ahora puede proseguir.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Mr. Alvarado, you understand you have a right to a trial, is that correct?
Señor Alvarado, ¿usted entiende que usted tiene derecho a un juicio si usted lo desea? ¿Es eso correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
You understand you have a right to testify, you have a right to call witnesses, is that correct?
Usted tiene, si así lo quisiera, usted tendría entonces el derecho a testificar y a llamar a cualquier testigo, ¿entiende?
Sí.
Yes.
You wish to waive your right to trial, waive your right to testify, waive your right to cross-examine witnesses, and enter a plea in this case, is that correct?
Y usted está, y usted desea ceder su derecho a ir a juicio, a testificar, a llamar a cualquier testigo y tomar este acuerdo que le están ofreciendo.
Sí.
Yes.
And your plea is voluntary. No one is forcing you to enter a plea in this case, is that correct?
Y esta declaración que usted está dando es de manera voluntaria. Nadie lo está forzando hasta que usted se declare así.
Sí.
Yes.
I'm satisfied, Judge. May I do factual basis, no contest plea?
Estoy satisfecho para las bases de hechos, señoría, para las bases de hechos, para una declaración de que no disputa los cargos.
Yes, you may proceed.
Sí, puede
Thank you,
proseguir.
Judge.
Gracias, señoría.
Thank you, Judge. For the basis of the no contest plea, we would stipulate to the face of the ticket that in the city of Detroit, date and time in question, my client offered money for sex.
Okay.
We make that stipulation. Is that correct, Mr. Alvarado?
Ok, eso para la estipulación de los cargos de caso, estipulamos que el señor Alvarado intentó participar, ¿verdad? En un acto estando en la ciudad de Detroit. ¿Es eso correcto, señor Alvarado? Yes, it is.
I'm satisfied, Judge, for the no contest plea.
Estoy satisfecho para la declaración de que no discute los cargos.
No.
All right, thank you. Are we amending the charge at all, or is it going to stay as is?
It's amended, Judge. There's a recommendation to amend the charge to disorderly conduct.
Vamos a enmendar los cargos, o vamos a quedar como quedan. No, vamos a enmendarlo a conducta desordenada. Correcto, dice el señor.
Sí.
Correct, Your Honor, with the test and the class as well.
Sí, su señoría, con la clase y el examen, si es eso correcto.
Okay, I'm accepting the plea, the no contest plea.
Y yo acepto la declaración de que no disputa los cargos.
Sí.
I'm amending the charge to disorderly conduct.
Estoy enmendando el cargo a conducta desordenada.
I am sentencing as follows.
Y la sentencia que doy es la siguiente.
Cost will be $200.
Un costo de $200.
The fine will be $200.
La multa será de $200.
In addition, the defendant must submit to HIV testing.
Y con provisión de que el acusado se tiene que hacer un examen de HIV.
He must also complete 40 hours of mandatory community service in the city of Detroit.
Tiene que hacer 40 horas de servicio comunitario en el sureste, en Detroit.
He must attend and complete the John School through Southwest Detroit Community Justice Center.
Y tiene que ir a tomar la clase en el Centro de Justicia Comunitario del Suroeste de Detroit.
He must return to this court on his review date with proof that he has complied with all of the court's orders.
Y tiene que volver a esta corte para el día que le vamos a dar para su revisión de su caso, y ese día tiene que presentar las pruebas de que ha cumplido con todos los requerimientos. Correct. It's okay.
All right, very good. Mr. Fikens, how much time does I'm sorry, Mr. Reed, how much time does your client need in order to comply with all of the court's orders?
I'm sorry.
Señor Reed, ¿cuánto cree el tiempo que usted necesita su cliente para completar con todo lo solicitado? Son 40 horas de servicio comunitario.
Judge, if he's going to do this through Southwest Community Justice Center, I would ask for 90 days.
Ok, su señoría, si él va a hacer esto a través del Centro de Justicia Comunitario del Suroeste de Detroit, yo voy a pedir por 90 días.
All right, I'm going to schedule this matter for review on April 28th, 2023 at 10:00 a.m., at which time the defendant should have paid everything and complied with the court's orders.
Ok, entonces nuestra fecha que estamos poniendo para la revisión va a ser el 28 de abril de 2023 a las 10 de la mañana. Y para ese día, el acusado tiene que haber cumplido con todas las directrices del caso. Ok.
Wonderful. Should we connect him with Ms. Brimage to make sure that he gets everything done?
Yes, Judge,
All right.
absolutely.
Ok, tenemos que conectarla con la señora Grimex para asegurarnos de que ella, de que él va a tener todas las cosas que tiene que hacer. Sí, absolutamente, señoría. Ok, thank you.
All right, why don't you're gonna get Ms. Brimage to zoom in, and then we're gonna put her in the breakout room with you and your client so he can get the information that he needs, okay?
Ok, entonces vamos a ponerlo para en una sala de consulta privada con la señora que le va a explicar todo.
Thank you, Your Honor. Can we release Officer Sears at this point?
Yes, Officer Sears, yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much, Officer Sears. Stay
You're
safe.
welcome. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, you too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Buen día, hasta luego.
Thank you. All right, it seems like I have one more. I have a couple, yeah. All right, let's do Mr. Adams. Are we ready on Mr. Adams? Mr. Adams, you've been so patient. Thank you. And Miss Matt got you together.
That's all the tickets that's on the docket.
Okay.
All that was in here is all closed, paid, dismissed.
Okay, so he has nothing that he owes us.
Just that stuff.
Just this right here.
Yes.
And they are on the docket.
You are on the docket.
One.
I have all from the docket.
Wonderful. Then we are in good shape. Let's do it for Mr. James Adams. First, Mr. Fikens, I'm going to call the two matters that your client is going to plead guilty to, and then I'll call and I'll get those pleas for the guilty and responsible pleas, and then I'll place the remaining matters on the record that will be dismissed once he's paid his fines and costs, okay?
Thank you, Judge. We appreciate that.
All right, very good. So I have for Mr. James Adams, case number SP 106-60681, count 1. And on that particular matter, he is going to be pleading guilty.
Yes.
And if the charge is going to be reduced to failure to display.
Yes.
I also have case number SP 106-62031. He's going to be pleading guilty to that particular matter, and that will also be reduced to failure to display. I'm going to now drop down to the two civil infractions. Yes. Please place, thank you, Ms. Brimage. Please place Ms. Brimage and Mr. Alvarado in a breakout room. Did you tell Ms. Brimage what we're doing? Ms. Brimage, I just took a plea of no contest. And it is an offer to engage that's been amended to disorderly conduct. I have indicated to him that he's to go through Southwest Detroit Community Justice Center for John School for his community service, for his HIV testing. He owes us a total of $400. His review date is going to be April 28th, 2023 at 10:00 a.m. And he has to have everything done and paid for by that time.
Okay.
But I want to make sure he's connected so we have no issues and no excuses.
All right. So I'm going in the
Thank you,
breakout
Ms.
room with them.
Brimage.
You're welcome.
Yes, ma'am, and his interpreter as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right. So now, Mr. Fikens, I'm going to go to case number SP 106-60683. And that particular matter, your client is going to plead responsible to, and it's going to be amended to blockading traffic.
Yes, Judge.
And then I also have case number SP 106-777-31. And your client is pleading responsible to that particular matter as well. And it is going to be reduced to blockading traffic. Is that your understanding?
That is my understanding, Your Honor.
All right. And then for the remaining matters that I have for your client, I have SP 106-917-21 and counts 1 and 2. Those matters will be scheduled for dismissal upon payment of fines and costs. I also have case number SP 108-52051. That will also be adjourned for dismissal. I'm sorry, counts 1 and 2. I have case number SX 380-40001, which is also scheduled for dismissal upon payment of fines and costs. Okay. I have case number SP 108-5193, counts 1 and 2. Which will also be scheduled for dismissal upon payment of fines and costs. And then I have another SX case. These 2 more cases. Let me see if I've already, give me a second. Some of these had multiple, yeah, they were on the same one. Give me 1 second. So that's, yeah, I found it. I have case number SX 380-4000, counts 2 and 3. And those will be scheduled for dismissal upon payment of fines and costs. So there were a couple notice that I did not check on. So there is accounts 2. Yeah, there's a couple that didn't get checked off. Okay, let's see what's this one. Counts 1 and 2. I'm gonna hand this stack back to you. You'll see where it's blank. Two is on count 4. 1 and 2. This is count 1 is we are accounted for here and boss. So it's not that many. I want to keep them in order, though, so I'm going to give them to you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just my math. I'm just making sure I got it right. All right, let me give it to you. Then these are not correct. You see they're blank on the back. Give us one more second. We're gonna get it. Mr. Adams had a whole bunch of stuff. While she's doing that, Mr. Adams, let me have you raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, thank you, sir. You may place your hand down. Mr. Fikens, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Sir, you understand that you have a lot of matters here, but you're trying to resolve these matters today, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you got to speak up nice and loud, okay? Maybe even turn up your volume.
Yes.
Can you hear me better?
Yep, that's great.
Yes.
All right.
So you understand that you have a right to a trial and formal hearing in all these matters, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you wish to waive that right and plead guilty on 2 matters and plead responsible on 2 other matters, correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you making this decision freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you into doing this or promised you anything to get you to plead guilty and responsible today?
No, sir.
Are you pleading guilty and responsible because as to those matters, you feel yourself guilty and responsible?
Yes, sir.
I'm satisfied as to his constitutional waiver, Your Honor. May I do a factual basis?
Yes, you may.
Sir, I direct your attention to 2 dates back in 2020, February 14th and February 18th. On the date and times that you received those citations, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes, sir.
And on both occasions, when you were stopped and asked to produce a valid license, you could not do so because your license was not valid, correct?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I direct your attention back to those same dates with respect to the civil infractions. On both of those dates and at the date and time as stated forth in the citation, you disregarded a red signal. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I'm satisfied as to both the guilty pleas and the responsible pleas.
Look at that. Isn't it the same number? I'm just trying to make sure I'm not losing my. Isn't it the same number?
Give me a second, Mr. Fikens. I heard his testimony. Yes.
Yeah, that's the same number.
So I have 1 accounting for and I have 3 accounting
Exactly.
for. So what about 2?
I wrote out on one of them the amount that's owed. On this one, Judge. Count 2, I put the amount that's owed in green. Yeah.
So he's pleading to number 1, he's pleading to number 3, and he owes.
Is in default. Yeah.
So your client does owe money.
And Judge, we acknowledge that he may owe money. I just wanted to point out to the court that it appears that there might be a $300 valid bond, which I want this court to know about.
All right, if you could check that out for me. I'm gonna have to stamp number 1 on here because I can't do all this paper.
And I believe they're on separate cases, unfortunately, Judge. Didn't want to make Miss Mack have an easy time of it.
Okay. All right.
That money's gonna be spread out.
Well, put it on the 288 that he owes.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, very good. And so did you account for everything
I
else?
see.
All right, and so Mr. Fikens, your motion now again to me?
Judge, given it appears that he has a $300 bond on separate cases, Judge, we'd ask that be applied to any outstanding balance because we acknowledge that we owe some money for a defaulted civil infraction.
All right, so I'm going to grant your request. And the $300 that he has out there will be applied to case number P1066068, count 2. He owes $288 on that particular matter.
Understood, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, very good. And you've already gone through all of the factual basis. Are you ready for me to decide if I'm accepting this plea?
Yes, Your Honor, we are.
All right, wonderful. I am accepting his plea of guilty to the matter ending in 60681. I'm amending that charge to failure to display a valid operator's license. I'm accepting his plea of responsible to count 3 of the same matter, and I'm amending that charge to blockading traffic. I'm accepting his plea of guilty to the matter ending in 6203. And I am amending that matter to failure to display a valid operator's license. And then I am accepting his plea of responsible in the matter ending in 7773, count 1. And I am amending that charge to blockading traffic. All of the remaining matters will be dismissed without prejudice upon full payment of all fines and costs. Are we ready for sentencing?
We stand ready for sentencing, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Ficus. I'm only going to assess costs one time in all of these matters because I really want to see Mr. Adams get his whole life together. And so I'm going to assess costs on the matter ending in 6068, and that's going to be count 1. I'm going to assess our cost at $250, okay? One time. I'm going to assess the fine in that matter at $25.
Thank you, Judge.
For count 3 of the same matter, I have to assess the statutory fine for blockading traffic at $175. For the matter ending in 6203, where I've accepted your client's plea of guilty and I've amended it to failure to display, I'll assess the fine at $25. For the matter ending in 7773, count 1, where I've accepted your client's plea of responsible and I've amended the charge to blockading traffic, I'm assessing the fine at $175. Mr. Ficus, your client has gotten a really good deal on today. When can he get everything paid for so he can get this cleared up?
Yes, Judge. First of all, and I told Mr. Adams that this court is going to work with him because he expressed interest in getting his license back, and he was kind of upset that all things were kind of confused and he didn't know where money had been paid. So we truly appreciate this court's effort and your clerk's effort in getting this matter resolved, because I believe Mr. Adams is going to go forward and make payment and get all these matters resolved. But I believe he might need 60 days in order to pay that, which I compute to be $650.
All right, can you get it paid in 60 days, Mr. Adams?
You said $620?
$650.
$650. All right, that ain't no issue. But my thing is, I want to just to clear my, make sure everything good on my end. I want to make sure that I got all the tickets was taken care of this time.
This is everything, right, Miss Matt?
Yes, Judge.
This is everything, okay?
All right, and to make it clear that the bond money, that $300 bond, is gonna go towards the $600.
No.
No, you had an outstanding matter that needed to be paid. It's going toward that.
All right, so do you have records of me paying the $300 that you have had me come
Ms.
down?
Matt, you have the $300 bond?
I will have to find it. It's not on one case.
She said it's not on one case, but we got you, okay?
All right, so all I need to worry about is $650.
Yes, sir.
All right.
When can you get it paid, sir?
I got $200 right now, but I'm gonna need a little time.
Okay, why don't you pay $200?
Yeah.
You at 36th District Court right now?
No, I'm actually at a job site right now. I'm working right now. I'm everybody waiting on me.
Well, we've been waiting on you too. So
yeah,
tell them they're getting
I know
that.
this. I already know this priority. They gonna wait.
All right. All right.
Yeah, I can go down there today and give up this $200.
All right, I want you to come down today. Mr. Ficus, if he gonna come down today and give up that $200, can you find $25 to put with it?
we're gonna talk those
Mr. Adams,
people.
you're not frozen.
Oh, you said, oh, so what I need come with 225?
Can you come, if you come with 225 today, I'm going to reduce his cost to $200, and then he can pay the big ticket today, 225. I'm also going to waive any penalties and interest on his civil infraction. And so that $300 that was going to be applied to his civil infraction, the balance of that $300 will go to some other stuff. So maybe he don't have to even come with 25. Okay, we'll be able to take care of those two today. And then that'll just leave you with a couple of other things that you need to pay. The blockadings, yes.
All right, so once I come down there with the 225, my remaining balance will gonna be what, 375?
Probably 350.
350.
350.
350.
All right, I'm on my way.
All right, come on, be on your way.
All right, I got to tell one of them to drive.
All right, so pay it today, and then I'm gonna waive the other stuff. And then how much time do you need to pay your 350 balance?
I think give me a month. I got to go down there right now and give them this 225, folks.
Yes, sir. Yeah, listen, we like people that really want to come and give us their money. So come on down and give us your money. All right. And so what I'm going to do is I need you to get everything paid by February 28th, okay? The remainder, after you give us that 225, get everything else paid by February 28th. Can you do that?
All right.
Can you do that?
Yeah, I'm going to try to, and if I can't, I'm going to communicate with the court.
Then you come back to court on February 28th at 10:30 a.m., okay?
All right.
All right, very good. So come on down, Miss Mack. I want you to check and see if he get it paid today. All right. Thank you, Mr. Adams. It was worth the wait.
Yeah, it was. Thank you. Thank the court.
All right, very good.
All
right, bye-bye.
Oh, no, I'm still on. I'm
What are you doing?
He was trying to talk to the people that he's trying to get a ride.
Oh, okay.
He's getting that 25.
Listen, I want him to get that license.
So the first one is the one you put 225, yeah.
I'm about to give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you because I had to write the stuff down.
I remember when you were trying to do stuff.
He's been on since early this morning. Miss Mack, I'm gonna have you put in what I've put in and tell me what that leaves his balance is. And then that'll determine his date for dismissal. Right now I have it at February 20th. You might, okay. Yeah. All right. Very good. All right. I just need to do dates. Oh, here's the rest of his file. I'm sorry. All right. Let's do dates. It's been a morning. Let's go. I'm on 10:30. I have for Christy Allen, case number SP 1306056. She was to pay Charity Allen. She was adjourned to pay count 1. Did she pay it?
She did not pay it.
All right, she said she would. What is the balance?
$240.
KPS will issue that bond will be set at $240, cash or surety, and then as to count 2, KPS will issue, and it will be a personal bond. I have for Latosha Andrews. She was to pay case number SP 1316876, count 3. Did she pay it?
She did not pay $240.
KPS will issue, the bond will be set at $240, cash or surety. And then for counts 1 and 2, KPS will issue and the bond will be set at a personal bond. For David Anthony, case number SP 138-02301. No problem. Looks like he paid.
This one was adjourned dismissal, so he paid.
He paid, yes. So that matter will be dismissed without prejudice. And then Brandon Smith, I know he did not fail to pay on today. SP 4963342. Did not pay. What's the balance of? 135. Okay, that's going to be a default judgment, then it's a civil infraction. All right, let's go to 1035. I have for Ariel Cameron, case number Z8083171 and 217318781.
She will return on January the 12th at 8:35.
12th, you said?
Yes, January 12th.
All right, thank you. I have for Mr. Moscow. Mr. Moscow, I have case number 200-440-8901.
He will return on January 12th at 8:35.
For Milton Owens, U598-45421.
He will return on January 12th at 8:35.
Thank you. For Ashley Richardson, SP 110-32971 and SP 116-18892 and Z806-9551.
She will return on January the 12th at 8:35.
For Eric Taylor, 200-452-6701.
He will return on January 19th at 8:35.
For David Tolliver, 210-446-3401.
He will return on January the 12th at 8:35.
For Darren Twitty, 173-861-961, SP 807-201, counts 1 and 2. Case number 144-84362, counts 1, 2, and 3. Case number 184-83433, counts 1 and 3. And case number 194997911. For Mr. Twitty.
He will return on January the 12th at 8:35.
For James Murray, 222-801-29FH.
He will return on January 20th at 8:35.
For Darren Twitty, I also should have had case number 201-0000277. He has his date of January 12th at 8:35. For James Fleming, case number 211-306-871.
He will return January the 12th at 8:35.
For Pavlo Kudliak, case number 200-211-FD.
He will return on January the 12th also at 8:35.
For Vincent Patricola, case number C211336A.
He will return January 20th at 8:35.
And then for Jonathan Redditt, case number 21001-821.
He will return on January 20th at 8:35.
All right, I think I've covered everyone for the morning. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, I have a 1:30 docket. I really needed to staff on today. I don't know how I'll be able to do it. Could you print out tomorrow's docket? But there are only 1, 2, 3 cases scheduled. There are a lot of cases, but only 3 defendants. That's what I should say.
Couple are retained, Judge. I believe 2 of them are retained.
Okay, okay. All right. Let me just see who we have. Okay. We got a nice little stack of people tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got a nice group of people on tomorrow. Just stay tuned. Let me just have y'all stay tuned.
Sure.
Because I have to see, you know, how that's gonna work out, okay?
No problem. We'll be back at 1:30 no matter what for the pretrial.
Yes, yeah, you still have to come back. That's right. So I can let you all know then what we're doing, okay?
Yes, Shannon.
Yes, Judge.
All right.
Judge,
Thank you, thank you, Ms. Wilson. Yes.
I have a point of clarification. Can we not be live while I make my point of clarification?